horoscopes for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Cancer for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Cancerian placement in your charts, you can apply this to. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description below. I pull cards for every zodiac sign on there. We listen to music, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do, which is cool. And other than that, Cancer, we're just gonna see what is going on with you this week. One more message for Cancer. Okay, so this is the first one that we have here. It says, slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush everything. You're already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. I did a live stream not too long ago on YouTube, and I was pulling cards from this deck included and some other decks, and I was talking about how something kind of unfolded in my life personally in the last month that proved the whole divine timing concept. It happened and I had wanted it for a while, and once it was finally here, I was like, oh my God, that literally would not have worked out in any other way. If it had come any sooner, it would not have worked out. And if it would have come later, it would not have worked out. So seeing is believing. I'm glad I had that experience, but I can tell you, Cancer, divine timing is definitely a real thing. And the universe is telling you not to put so much pressure on yourself. Like, because something isn't here, Cancer, I feel like you're almost getting into this space where you're convincing yourself that that means that you haven't done enough. And it's like, no, it's just about divine timing coming through at this point. It's not that you haven't done enough and there's all these things that you must have to do because it's not here yet. And then we have, make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others do not. You're not what people think of you. So Cancer, it's looking like you may be trying to manifest something that has to do with what other people think. Maybe you're trying to manifest a career on social media. Maybe, you know, you want to be famous on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. A blogger, a singer, an actress, an entertainer of some sort, where it has to do with how other people see you. Cancer, you have to know your talent and you have to know your place and your value, because if you start seeing yourself how other people perceive you, first of all, you'll never truly actually see people like see yourself how other people see you, because it's all a matter of perspective. And second of all, that can be very damaging for you, Cancer, because you're not actually based in your own authenticity. You're based on others' perception. And that can make you do some things that you would never actually do if you were just tapped solely into yourself. We have count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that is yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? It's true. Make sure you practice gratitude. It's so important. You know, the art of giving and receiving. And also, it's actually kind of a hack. You know, a lot of times the universe will wait to see, like, you know, the universe will wait to see, like, have you truly learned this lesson? Let me throw in another curveball. The universe will also wait to see, like, are you going to show appreciation for the last 10 things, you know, in your life that I've delivered to you? Or are you just gonna, you know, kind of sit here in this energy? It's kind of like how, you know how like you'll try to support a friend and you'll be there for them, you'll listen to them, and they'll like be complaining and crying like, I have no support. And it's like, no, you do have support, but I can show you what it's like to actually not have support. You know that frustrating feeling when someone doesn't appreciate what you've done for them just because it's not everything that they wanted? The universe kind of has that same energy. If you're not grateful, then you kind of like get put on pause a little bit for new things to come through. You have to be thankful and grateful for the things that you have. Process that energy so that you can make space for the new energy to come in. Make it your mission to accept all parts of you, good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. So a lot of energy this week for Cancer to do with you like appreciating yourself, your self-concept being based in your own perspective, your own mind, not, you know, outside of you. People and what they think, it may be getting to you during this time, Cancer, and it's kind of creating a negative energy. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You're not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting this energy that there's something that you want, Cancer. Something that you want, but it's based in, it's based on what you see someone else already has or who someone is. You know, you've decided that someone else is like the definition of cool. Instead of looking at yourself and romanticizing yourself, romanticizing your own life. So it kind of makes you reflect on yourself and say, okay, if I'm not like this person, or if I don't have what they have, then I'm not cool, or I'm not successful, which isn't at all true. Self-concept is going to be very, very important this week for Cancer. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Yeah, and you're not going to be able to pretend anymore. You're not going to be able to pretend anymore. We have the Three of Cups and everything fine, which is the Ten of Swords in this deck in reverse. So there's too many people involved in your life, or there's, you know, potentially a third-party situation if we're talking romantically, where there's too many people in your business, or there's flat out someone trying to get at your person. You know, maybe your person is with someone else already. Or you're trying to be the perfect version of yourself for someone else. Therefore, you're not actually being yourself at all. Justice card in reverse in the Tower. The universe is just not playing with you anymore about this stuff, Cancer. It just can't go on anymore. It just really can't. The universe is not having it. It's a violation to self, and the universe is not having it. Justice in reverse, like you'll never be happy this way. You'll never actually see true success this way. And so the universe is dismantling all of that. So don't be surprised if, you know, some things start happening for you, Cancer, and it's like you're losing friends, or, you know, weird things are happening. It seems like something or someone may be bursting your bubble a little bit here, Cancer. But we have the Empress, and that's who you are. Eight of Wands in reverse, though. Why would the Empress ever be stagnant? The Empress would only ever be stagnant if she forgot her power. That's the only way. Because even all the queens in the tarot deck, and you can look into this world and you can see, wow, a queen recognizes a queen. You know, but an Empress sees them all and understands their value, but will never give up their place because they are the Empress. And that's who you are, Cancer. You can look out into this world and say, wow, she's beautiful and she has this. Or wow, he's, you know, handsome and he has that. Or they're awesome, they're so cool, their life is so amazing. But that doesn't mean that your life isn't amazing or can't be amazing. But if you don't recognize your own empresshood, then you'll never be able to find what makes you amazing, or what your thing is, where you're truly having fun and, you know, having an amazing life that other people kind of look at and say, wow, Cancer is really like doing the dang thing. Yeah, bottom of the deck we have the Six of Cups here. So the universe, spirit, God, the divine definitely wants to bless you with, you know, your blessing. But the universe can't give you your blessing if you're living someone else's timeline, living someone else's life, copying someone's aesthetic, looking at someone else, not focusing on your own energy, your own value, your own life, and you know, feeding their dreams by being a fan or someone who supports them, someone who's constantly giving them energy just by thinking about them all day. Okay, what else do we have here? And it's a balancing act too, for sure. We got the King of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. What you think is valuable, what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to put energy into is just not actually going to bring you anything. And to be honest, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, so there is a level of self-awareness here that lets me know a lot of you are, it's not a matter of you genuinely feeling like XYZ is what you love to do or XYZ is who you are. A lot of you know who you are, what makes you happy, but you just have a hard time doing it because it doesn't seem to be as good or as cool as what someone has, you know, created the illusion is good and cool. I really feel like it's social media based. So we have the Page of Swords and the Two of Coins. I feel like you guys have been juggling this energy for quite a while, trying to straddle the fence, trying to be yourself, but also someone else. There's just kind of like a energy of inauthenticity here. It's hard for you to be yourself when people say that your life is boring or what you like isn't cool. We have Be Honest and Magnetic Connection. Let's get into some romance. Be honest, heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. So if you're experiencing a romantic connection, Cancer, that's not giving you everything that you want, not giving you everything that you need, we have this Tower card here in Justice in reverse. So this could be something that does end up hurting you, to be honest. But it would only be because you didn't let go when you knew that you should have. The Tower does not discriminate. Anyone who's around will get it. So that's just what it is. But you do have an opportunity here to be honest. And I feel like, Cancer, you may be worried about a Tower moment and trying to avoid it. But you just can't ignore it anymore, because at this point you're not getting what you want and you need, and what you want and need out of a romantic connection, or you feel like, you know, you're out of alignment. It's time to talk about it. Magnetic connection, there's a very strong pull and intensity that draws you towards this person. So I feel like you already have your eye on someone, whether that's someone that you know and you talk to, or someone who you haven't gotten to speak to yet. But you're already, before you even get to know this person and who they truly are, deciding that there's someone worth changing for. No one is ever worth changing for, period. You are who you are. The goal is to find someone you're in alignment with. The goal is never to change and contort yourself to be the apple of someone's eye. Compromise is necessary, but for a lot of you, I'm feeling like you've already kind of made up your mind that someone is a great person and an amazing person. And if you've never met them in person, or if you've never had a lot of, you know, many conversations with them, that's just the picture of them that you've made up in your head. That's, you have no actual proof of that's who this person is. And even if that is, you know, who this person is, if you're not naturally in alignment with that, that's not your person. It's just not. We're all human sharing this experience. You'll always be able to see like the greatness in someone. You'll always be able to resonate with someone and say, wow, that's an amazing person. But that does not mean that you need to be with them, because someone being an amazing person is just not enough. It's just not enough for a relationship to work, especially long term. So we have Love Your Shadow and Redirect Your Thoughts. At the bottom of Redirect Your Thoughts, it says, focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. And we're at a space, or at a point, Cancer, where it's like, we got to have this conversation, like, is this going to happen or no? You know? And then Love Your Shadow. Accept and work with the flaws in yourself so that you can learn to accept others as they are. So you're not perfect, neither is anyone else. There's so many signs and signals that Cancer isn't loving their own shadow, or really their higher self, because it kind of feels like you may be ignoring your shadow a little bit here. And when you start to ignore your shadow, it will throw temper tantrums. You have to fully embrace, okay, I have this quality about myself where I feel like I'm not enough, or I feel like you know, there's other people that are better than me. That has to be acknowledged. because otherwise your shadow will be allowed to run rampant. You have to fully accept, okay, this is true. This is a true thing about me. Because if you ignore it, you kind of spiral into this, you know, space where you'll never truly be happy, or it'll take over. So we have closure, editing, and low standards. So there's definitely a need for Cancer to get their standards up as well. Closure, editing. Yeah, closure may need to happen, to be honest. But it's not inevitable. We do need to have a conversation, though, to see where this goes from here. We need to kind of edit this relationship. It's not to say that it's all bad, but there definitely needs to be some sort of conversation that happens. We have intimacy here, so you may feel close to people, Cancer, the more you're intimate with them, and that may be what's keeping you in this space where you're still not fully getting what you want, trying to just appease to this person because the intimacy at least makes you feel like you have something. We have ending and reconciliation. So for some of you, it is the end of the road, absolutely, but there still could be a reconciliation. Coming back together in love is what it says at the bottom of reconciliation. At the bottom of ending, it says the end of the road. So we can still come back together. At the bottom of intimacy, it says closeness and connections. So I feel like that intimacy that Cancer feels is kind of just like the fuel that you're using, but it's just not enough anymore. Low standards, accepting whatever comes, and then molding yourself to it. I feel like you've been doing that for a while, Cancer, and it's clearly not working anymore, so we got to get out of that. Closure, accepting transitions, editing, cutting out what no longer fits. So a lot of editing to do this week, Cancer, and it really all has to do with self-value and self-concept. And that's what I have this week. Check me out on Etsy in the description if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. And yeah, Cancer, I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Scorpio for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Scorpionic placement in your charts, you can apply this too. Before you get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is in the description. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music over there, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. So yeah, Scorpio, let's see what's going on with you guys this week. What are the messages for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know? Any other messages for Scorpio? All right. Let's get into it, Scorpio. This is the first message that I have for you. This one says you need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You're not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. So people may be getting you riled up. Maybe they're making you feel like, you know, there's something that you need to be doing. There's like this toxic, like, rise and grind. It's not as popular anymore, but rise and grind Twitter, it was like, you know, or I don't even want to start calling people out, but like, you know, like these trading companies, I'll say, they be on Twitter like, wow, you're just sitting at home not making money, like not doing what you're supposed to be doing, like, and they really make you feel like really you should be doing what they're doing, and it's all a trick. The point is, Scorpio, don't allow people to get you riled up to the point where you feel like you need to be in competition with them. Focus on what you have and harnessing your gifts to the best of your ability for you. Not so you can please someone else or show them anything. Like, you don't need to, if you know who you are, you don't need to, you know, prove it. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you be begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. You know, be ready so you don't have to get ready, Scorpio. That's what it's all about for you. Like, your next open door is going to open regardless of if you're there in front of it or not. If you're looking the other direction, focusing on, you know, someone else's open door, you're gonna miss your opportunity. So, you know, channel all that energy into yourself. People, you know, use you paying attention to what they have going on to support their dreams as well, by the way. So it just will never benefit. It'll never benefit you. Focus on your mindset and what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought patterns so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So if you believe that you're abundant, you will be abundant. Abundance will come towards you. If you believe that you're never going to have the things that you want, you're going to create an energetic barrier that are then going to start to move things around in the 3D to create physical barriers between you and what you actually want to happen. So I would definitely take this time to elevate your mindset. I would take this time to get in the highest vibration that you can by clean eating, listening to positive frequencies that are going to uplift you versus listening to movies and watching TV shows and things like that that will bring you down. My energy is literally so powerful, Scorpio. I can't even watch scary movies because I will literally channel that energy into my life. It is so magnetic, and I am so creative with my mind personally that I really will attract lower vibrational energies and entities to me if I partake in certain things. And Scorpio, the fact that your guides are giving all of these cards that are telling you focus on yourself, focus on your own energy, lets me know there may be something coming, something happening, or the energy. I know that the energy is just super powerful right now. By the time this video posts, I think the Lionsgate portal will have happened. So there's a lot of powerful energy around you. You have to be mindful of that, Scorpio, because the universe is saying focus on yourself, Scorpio. Otherwise, you're going to attract some BS into your life. You're going to make it materialize. Okay, so this one says, if you think that you're alone, you are not. We are beside you in all the challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome of every situation. We have your best interests at heart, and we love you. So yeah, a lot of support and a lot of support from your guides, a lot of confirmation from your guides. They're with you, they're supporting you. They're leading you in the right direction, but if you're focused on, you know, someone else's path, you're going to get led astray in a different direction. Resilience is one of the strongest of qualities that you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on that inner tower of strength anytime you need it. You've got this. All right, you're resilient, Scorpio. You can do it. A lot of support from the universe during this time for you. What are the messages for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know? Ooh, so there's an offering coming in that's going to make you very abundant, and it's actually going to change your life. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is the universe coming through with your offer, and it has to do with growth, abundance, stability, career opportunities, life purpose opportunities, wealth, long-term wealth. So Seven of Swords in reverse, if you can get out of your own way for long enough, the universe is going to come through with your offer. It's going to be an offer that changes your life, because Four of Pentacles in reverse, you won't have to worry about money. You won't have to worry about abundance and stability anymore. You're going to naturally be the King of Pentacles, so you won't have to hold on super tightly to all the resources that you have. You're not going to be living in a deficit. This is a very abundant life you're living here. But I feel like you may be inspired by other people and what they have going on, or you may be looking outside of you for examples of, okay, how has, you know, this person gotten to wealth? Because you know that you want wealth, but the universe is telling you tap into you, Scorpio. That's the way that you're going to find it. Oh wow, we got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups here. So that's definitely an energy of being emotionally abundant, being emotionally intelligent, emotionally healthy and fulfilled. Romantically even. You're the Queen of Cups. You have a good heart and you're ready for something more. You're ready for your cup to be filled. All of your wishes will be fulfilled. If you know, you know. But yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it where it is. It's exactly where you are. It really is. I would definitely get The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. I feel like that's always my first book that I recommend for anyone who doesn't know how to go within. You know, there's always meditation, there's always yoga, there's journaling, you know, just spending time with yourself, cleansing your energy, doing spiritual baths, tapping in. Things will literally start to reflect. Once you feed all of that positive energy into yourself, your outside world will start to reflect, and things will naturally be revealed to you and put in your path that will help you grow spiritually, help you with your expansion. But if you're just wondering where to start, that's a great book to start. But I would also do all of those things that I was just mentioning before, because some of you are like, okay, I want to go within, I want to know myself better, I want to tap into my personal power, but I just don't know how. So that was for you. Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress here. You don't see it. You don't see it. And I do feel like it's important that you do see it, to be honest. Like, you don't see how going within and living a boring life. I just heard someone's inner dialogue. You're like, but that's boring. Why can't I go out and have fun and live life? You know, honestly, my personal opinion, it's just not the time. I'm not saying everybody has to be a sage and everyone has to be in the house reading books, but it's just not the time to be doing these frivolous things that get you further and further away from who you truly are, that keep you docile and dormant, going out drinking. Like, the energy is so, it's honestly like a very layered conversation, but there's so many portals being opened in this world through so many different methods. I'll just leave it at that. There's so many portals being open right now. It is letting in good energy, but it's also like, it's the yin and the yang. It's letting in malevolent energies who need a body. So if you are doing super low vibrational things all the time, you're opening yourself up. You're a portal as well, especially if you're a woman. You're a portal. You're opening yourself up to these energies and these entities, and they will literally take you over. And it has nothing to do with a religious standpoint, you know? It's just like, this is what it is. There are entities that want to incarnate here, and all they need is a body. And if you're out all the time doing low vibrational things or blacking out, you realize when you black out, I don't even want to get into it. Like, when you black out, you literally are being controlled by other energies and entities. And hopefully you're strong enough that once you wake up, they're not still there. But anyways, I got on a little tangent because I felt someone saying, but I want to also have fun. You can have fun, but you just have to do both. You know, it's the yin and the yang. It's kind of like taking a study break. Like, you have to take a study break in the middle of studying, otherwise your brain will like refuse to keep taking on new information. You got to have some sort of reward, or take a study break so you can, you know, cleanse that energy, and then you can get back into it, and then things will start moving forward again. You know, you can still have fun, but you also, you know, if you're not doing anything on your spiritual journey, it's just being neglected. So we have the Ten of Wands here and the Knight of Wands. There's a lot being asked of you. Page of Swords in reverse. I don't see that Scorpio really wants to invest the time in things that aren't exciting or interesting right now. But Knight of Wands, there's so much progress you can make on a spiritual level, of course, but also in terms of like love and romance and money, life purpose, finding yourself, becoming the top of the top. You know, tapping into your true power. There's just so much. Yeah. And we have the Balance card that came out. So getting into romance, and this applies to your whole spread, it's just all about balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. T. So if a relationship is all emotional, but you're not connecting with your partner physically, that needs to be something that you talk about. If a relationship is only physical, but you're not connecting to your your partner spiritually, you know, like you don't resonate with them at your core. Emotionally, they're there, they'll listen to you, physically they'll be there for you, but if spiritually you can't connect with them, you don't feel a higher level connection, or you feel like you're being listened to but not resonated with, kind of talking to a brick wall, or you're dealing with people who are like, you know, stuck in their own energy, you should really be inspired by your partner, inspired to do more, inspired to, you know, be yourself, to tap in. If you don't feel that way, that is a red flag, and it's something that has to be worked through, talked about, or sought out in every relationship that you enter into. We can't just go for, okay, who can D me down the best, which is a personal problem for me, personally. Like, if you can't do what you need to do, like, I don't know why you're here. But there needs to be a balance in all of them, Scorpio. It's not just about one or the other. Oh, wow. Oof. So we have different paths in twin flame. So there's definitely some high level connections here that are going on in your life, Scorpio, that are really distracting, really pulling your energy in so many different directions. Twin flame, this person is a mirror to your soul. That's why the connection feels so sacred to you. Different paths. You're not on the same path or page with the person that you have in mind. The direction you want to move into is different. And that would be, of course, from the direction that they want to move into. Let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Absolutely. Allow someone to, you know, a lot of people will exit themselves out of your life. A lot of people really will, if you allow them to. So if you aren't in a position where you're, you know, emotionally or whatever strong enough to have the conversation, just kind of, you know, go silent. A lot of people, you'll notice, will fold themselves out of your life. But we have be optimistic in separation. So like I said, 7 of Swords in reverse, there's some self-sabotage. 7 of Pentacles in reverse, you're not seeing it the way that it's actually going to unfold. The way that things will unfold, our best case scenario for you, because instead of dealing with someone who you're not connecting with, someone who you can't connect with on a soul level, someone who doesn't understand you deeply or doesn't want to, you know, the universe is gearing you for a connection that will do all of those things for you, who will mesh with you mind, body, and soul. Whether or not you see that way, that's what the universe wants for you. The universe always wants the best for you, and that is what will be delivered to you. Shall you allow it? Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your reality. You can't attract love with a negative mindset. Exactly. Your energy is very, very powerful, Scorpio. Yeah, we have surface level, and it's just not doing it for you anymore. And this has to do with life as well. I'm pulling from a romance deck, but this also is on a life level. At the bottom of the card, it says superficial connections. You know, the people that you go out and party with, those are superficial connections. The most you bond with them is when you hold their hair, when they're throwing up. You know, these are just like party friends, or people that will, I had a card that fell. You know, people that will be able to go out with you, have fun with you, but not people that you would actually, you know, want in your life or anything serious. Like, would you make this person the mother of your godchildren? Or sorry, you know what I mean. The godmother to your children. Like, do you trust this person that much, or are they just someone that, you know, you can temporarily hang out with because they're just a body? You know, it's time to level up. These connections are surface level at this point. We have clarity and short term. So I feel like you guys know these things. You know where someone stands in your life. You know what role they play and what value they add. Short term, just passing through. Clarity, realization, and love. So yeah, I feel like you guys have already had this epiphany, and it's just time to enact it, to get in a masculine energy and you know, kind of compartmentalize people, put them where they need to be so that you can be successful. Have the conversations, the hard-hitting conversations where we really talk about, okay, what is this relationship? Are we both getting a mutual value here? That kind of thing. And then we have success and messages. Messages are exchanged, success, dreams come true. So now that the universe knows that you've heard it, the universe communicates with you and shows you what your life can truly be, living at your highest vibration. But there's some loose ends that definitely need to be tied up, Scorpio. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Check me out on Etsy. Okay, so I just pulled up the bottom of the deck, and we have the 8 of coins in reverse, 8 of pentacles in reverse. So people are definitely keeping you from living out your highest potential. People are definitely keeping you from working on projects that mean something to you, or working on the things that will actually move you forward. So we got to get that energy out of here. Yeah, check me out on Etsy in the description if you'd like your own personal private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show in the description. I love you, Scorpio. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Pisces for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Piscean placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below. For your protection, that's the only place, the only way you can get a private read from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is in the description. I pull cards for every zodiac sign on there. We listen to music, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do, which is cool. Other than that, Pisces, let's see what's going on with you guys. Oof. Okay, got a couple cards that flew out already. Oh my goodness, okay. Big changes happening for Pisces from what I can see already. Wow. All right, let's get into it. This is the first card I have for you, Pisces. This one says, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough. That's the most important thing, or that's the first thing. You are doing enough. So don't convince yourself that you're not. Even if it doesn't feel like it, don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. So yeah, you guys, tapping into this energy, you may be convincing yourself that you're not doing enough. There's still all these things that you have to do because something isn't working, but the universe is telling you, hold on. Don't push yourself into oblivion, because once your actual opportunity is there, you're not going to have any energy to put towards it. Or you may be like, oh my goodness, I had to fight for this so freaking hard, and really it was a matter of divine timing. It was always going to come through. Whether you drove yourself into madness beforehand, etc., it was always going to come through at this time. You know, you may put off an unattractive energy once you actually get the opportunity, and you know, you may be living in fear or desperation once it's actually here. You can turn off the opportunity energetically, or turn off the people involved with the opportunity. So make sure you remain in good spirits. Don't, you know, release all your energy trying to get something. When a door doesn't open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason. You're being redirected to something far bigger and far better. Endings are a part of the cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. So there may be something that you're trying to force. Maybe you're trying to force the door open, or you're trying to force something to happen right now when you feel like it should happen. But the door is closed for a reason, Pisces, whether or not you can see it. You don't want another opportunity that's going to hurt you, another opportunity that's not going to be of value to you. So recognize, okay, you know what? This is something that is happened for a reason. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you grow the most. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. So the universe is definitely wanting you to be proud of yourself and take a moment to just reflect on everything that you've been through. And I feel like you need a rest, Pisces. Like, you're so used to working, going after things, thinking, conceptualizing, learning and growing, that I think you just need a rest. Time to say, you know what, let me be proud, you know, of what I've been through, of what I've gone through and what I have done, and let me just kind of sit in that energy for a minute and kind of pamper yourself, you know, treat yourself, even if you're not exactly where you want to be, because I feel like that is the part that kind of keeps you in this loop of overextending yourself, doing too much. The fact that you've always kind of been on go, and you feel like, okay, well, I'm not exactly where I want to be, so I got to keep going, I can't slow down for anyone. You can take a time to pause and relax, Pisces. If you think you're alone, you are not. We are beside you in all of the challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will be working with you to ensure the best outcome for every situation. We have your best interest at heart, and we love you. So the universe is definitely giving you a lot of support at this time, Pisces. But we keep getting this same similar message for you. Slow down and take your time. There's no need to rush to everything. You're already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. You know how, like, you go to the function and then the food is finally ready and then people are rushing to the line to get their plate? You know, like, that just, like, it's just, I don't even know how to explain that. It's just, like, unattractive, and, like, you can tell they live in poverty mindset. Like, the food isn't running away from you, babes. You don't have to chase the table down. It's not on wheels. That's how you are going to appear to the people who are on the other side of that door that you're waiting for to open. If you're constantly kicking it down and you finally make it through and you bust through, everything's gonna stop. Everyone's gonna look at you like, should you even be here? Guards! You know, it's one thing to push yourself, but it's going to create like a negative, unattractive energy around you, Pisces, if you do the most and you try to force something. And also, you just don't have to. The door is going to open when it's time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and there's nothing to worry about. You know, we have the everything is fine card, which is the Ten of Swords, and then the Four of Cups in reverse. There is nothing to be worried about. You know, you're kind of frustrating yourself. The frustration isn't here. You know, if you didn't make up your mind that something had to happen by now, or if you didn't try to take place of the universe and say divine timing is right this moment, there wouldn't be this disappointment, because the Ten of Swords is in reverse. There's nothing that's actually hurting you besides what you've decided was supposed to happen. But you decided that. That's not what co-creation is about. Four of Cups in reverse, that's the gag. The gag is there's nothing to actually worry about. The universe is working with you, but if you try to take on the job of everyone, you're going to get overwhelmed. So we have the Temperance card here. Yes, you are in alignment. Yes, things are unbalanced, but it's really only because you've been kind of overexerting yourself and you're running out of steam. We have the Three of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. The universe is saying trust. Definitely got to trust more. Wait for what you're wanting to come into you and trust that you've done enough. Queen of Swords in reverse, you don't have to force this door open. And another thing, you don't know what's on the other side of it now, you know? It's crazy how things can happen. You'd be surprised. Ooh. Okay. Pisces, it's looking like you're closed off to a certain romantic timeline or a connection. We have the Death card here and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So you've already decided what you want. Whether it's a certain kind of person, whether it's, you know, a certain kind of lifestyle with a certain person, or someone specific. But with that Death card and Seven of Cups in reverse, you've deaded any other possible outcome, any other way of living, any other form of a relationship. Like, you know what you want. Two of Cups here, you've decided that someone is your soulmate, or you've decided that someone is right for you, and with this Knight of Cups, you're ready to offer them your love. But I'm getting a message here where it's like they may not be ready, or again, it's just like divine timing. Oh, dang it. Divine timing is at play, and it really does matter, because for an example, you decide you want to be with someone, Pisces, right? And you decide they're perfect for you. That very well may be true. But don't try to force it, because especially if you don't know someone, what if they're already involved in someone else? They were going to break up with that person over the next 2 weeks. You don't want to wait, because you don't know that they're going to break up, even though divine timing is, you know, they were always set to break up within 2 weeks. But you go in and you interfere. And so now the relationship drama is something that brings them closer together. They're together for another 6 months. Or they decide, you know what, no matter what happens, we got through that, we can work through anything else that comes our way. So they decide to get married, and you never get to have that person because you meddled, you took on a job that wasn't yours, you got in the way, and now it's blind faith. And that's something that me personally, I struggle, well, not as much anymore, but I used to struggle with blind faith the most, because it's like, so you're wanting me to trust that this is best this way and this time, even though I'm ready. A lot of times when you're ready, Pisces, the other people around you are not ready. The situation is not ready. And we do all of this work to get in alignment and to get ready. And then once we're ready, it's like, okay, universe, send my person through. But they're also a person on their own journey. And if they're not ready for you, you can't have them. You can try to force it, but, you know, if you don't build that solid foundation, the house is going to come crashing down. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. It's a very, you know, I do feel you guys being very stubborn, and I feel like it's because you're very determined to get what you want. It doesn't have to be romantically. It can be, you know, in terms of a career. It can be really whatever you're going through. You know how it goes. Let go of your need to control. Yeah. This reading is definitely on par. And then we have be present and distance. You're missing something as well, Pisces. There's something that you're not seeing, or something that you're missing out on. There could be a lesson the universe is trying to, or like a side mission. Think of it like a video game. Like there may be like a side quest, a mini quest that you're supposed to be dealing with right now that would also keep you distracted. So there isn't so much like pressure on what's going on anyway, so it doesn't drive you crazy. But there's definitely like a side quest that's supposed to be kind of taking place right now that you're missing out on because you're hyper focused on, you know, the main thing you feel you want to happen. And that thing is what actually puts you in alignment with this opportunity. I feel like you think you're in alignment, but there may be some places where you're not as well with that, Pisces. Allow the situation to unfold naturally is what it says at the bottom of let go the need to control. And then we have be present and distance. Be present. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. You have to be present in the moment. You have to be present in your energy. And then distance. The separation that you're currently experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. This is such an inspiring reading. Like, I know it's for you, Pisces, but this is like such a big message that is so important for everyone to know. Truly. It really is happening for a reason. It really is. Okay, I'll take them. No, I won't. These cards fell out. They weren't actually for you. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to honor my first intuitive decision. Unrequited feelings. There's not enough love to keep this relationship going in a healthy way. So if you're already dealing with someone, the feelings are unrequited. They feel like, you know, no matter what, you're going to fight for them, no matter how they treat you. And because you've already set that expectation, you can continue to, you know, feed more and more energy into them, into the situation, but they're in a pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? They're in a pretty fixed energy. Also, I'm hearing you can't change someone. Someone doesn't want to change. Oh, wow. Look at this. We have a meeting in spiritual base. There's a spiritual base connection on the horizon for you. A spiritual base connection. A meeting set up down the line for you. But look at where your attention is. Focus and play a playa. Maybe you're trying to change someone. Make them the one that is actually coming towards you. And the universe is like, I don't want you to get involved with someone who, is never going to be this person that actually is, you know, the person you want. Like, they're never going to be that blueprint. They're never going to be able to fill this person's shoes, because this person actually is, whereas this person is just totally different. But the person you've decided you want to make this person that's coming through within divine timing for a meeting, a spiritual based connection where your souls resonate with each other, where you feel that pressure. It's almost like you can physically feel it with someone without even touching them. You can physically feel when your souls are communicating and wrapped into each other. Zeroing in on the target is what it says at the bottom of focus. At the bottom of player, it says someone likes to play the field. And that's where your attention and focus is on. Someone who looks aesthetically pleasing, or someone who you've decided can check all of your boxes. But if you don't actually know them on a deep level, Pisces, that can be very damaging to you. So let the universe surprise you. Let the universe work with you. The universe has heard what you've asked for. The universe has heard your call. But Three of Wands in reverse, Temperance in reverse, you're getting in your own way, and you're blocking this at this point, Pisces. Meeting, a chance encounter, spiritual based, a spiritual connection. Okay, let me move into this deck. Beautiful. We have inspiration and blocks lifted. Time to get back into that inspired version of yourself, that version of yourself that is inspired and excited and happy. Inspiration, yes, your idea is divinely inspired. Take action accordingly to set it into motion. At the bottom of blocks lifted, it says previous obstacles came from fear and they are now lifted away. Fear that you won't find the one. Fear that you'll miss out on an opportunity. This was never a good opportunity anyway. Some of you guys are focused, not all of you, some of you guys are just trying to push through and get to the next phase of your life. You're just like really impatient, or really feeling like the universe doesn't have your back, feeling like the universe isn't coming through with its side of the bargain. Some of you guys are struggling with divine timing, so you're pushing against divine timing. But some of you, there is an actual distraction in the way that's kind of causing you to shift your focus onto like something totally different, whether it be them or straying away from your creativity, allowing that intuitive, you know, energy to be able to grow and develop. And then we have detox time and open your heart to love. At the bottom of detox time, it says release toxins from your body, mind, and diet. At the bottom of open your heart to love, it says the more you open your heart and pour love into your creations, the greater your life force energy. Absolutely. So the more that you allow yourself to be inspired, the more that you allow yourself to tap into what matters to you, to your highest self, to your path, relax, you know, take this time to detox. Like I was saying in the beginning of the read, you know, it's definitely a good time for you guys to do a spiritual bath, for sure. Good time for you guys to take that study break, or take a break. And then we have the new moon eclipse and the new moon in Scorpio. So a lot of new moon energy for you. What's the word I'm looking for? Not recognizing. Basically pointing towards new energy entering your life. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. New moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Definitely some fear-based connections happening here and some fear-based decisions. But you got this, Pisces. Things are in your favor. Let go of control issues. And that's what I have for you guys. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my free radio show. It is in the description. I love you, Pisces. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping in the sign of Taurus. For your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Taurian placement in your chart, you can apply this to. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below. For your protection, that's the only place. The only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. Just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaways I do. And we pull cards over there, we listen to music. It is a vibe. Other than that, Taurus, we're gonna see what's going on with you guys during this time. Okay, I was immediately hearing open up your heart chakra, and I heard trust, but it was something else that I heard. I'm forgetting what it was. Something about trusting as well. We'll see. Ooh, I like this energy coming through, Taurus. Wow. We got some very powerful energy coming through for Taurus. Okay. Let's start here. This is the first card I have for you guys. It says, you wouldn't plant a seed and then dig it up every few minutes to see if it has grown. So why do you keep questioning yourself, your hard work, and your decisions? Have patience, stop overthinking, and keep watering your seeds. Absolutely, Taurus. And I feel that trust has to do with yourself. You have to trust that you did your best. You have to trust that you built a solid foundation. You saw someone for who they truly were in the beginning. Trust that. That intuitive feeling that you have, whether it's good or bad, trust it. Did you genuinely feel like opening up to this person because they were a good person? Or did you feel like opening up to this person because you saw some old versions, the older version of yourself reflected in that person, and that older version of yourself still has that craving to trauma bond or to, you know, connect with someone that understands their experience because they felt like in the past they weren't understood. Taurus, you have to trust where you are and also trust your growth. And also trust the truth that you know about someone, about something. Taurians, you guys are so freaking intuitive. Like, you really are. Your intuition, I find, with Taurus is like almost never off. Seriously. If you are noticing changes within you, it is because you're leaving the older version of yourself behind. You're you're elevating and shedding unnecessary layers. Old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizons. You deserve this new chapter. So there are going to be some things that are opening up for you, and I'm immediately feeling, wow, okay. I'm immediately feeling you guys kind of feeling away because I am seeing people look at you like they don't feel like you deserve it, or, you know, I don't know, you're just kind of questioning like, why aren't people happy for me? And it's almost making you want to go to a older version of yourself, or when you hang around certain people, you're watering yourself down, not feeling like you can talk about your accomplishments and even your goals and the places that you do want to go, because you know that someone's going to get jealous about either your potential, they know that you can make it as far as you want to, or you're just kind of like, you know, holding yourself back a bit here. You don't really want to share as much anymore. We have this one. Sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you or realize that they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know that you deserve better. So the universe is saying, listen, if people are giving you pushback, that's a door that needs to be closed, Taurus, and there's no way to, you know, work around it. If people can't genuinely be happy for you, or if people are wanting to distract you, pull you down, you know, it's gonna cause you to feel like your heart chakra is closing. And that's like the trick. When you're not doing something that benefits another person, then you're mean, then you're careless, then you're heartless, then you're, you know, selfish. But when you're completely neglecting yourself to fuel someone else, to support them, to live their dreams, you're a good person. And even then, sometimes when you play that role, people still don't respect you or treat you well. It's crazy. But it's like you're being selfish to yourself, you know, you're not pouring into yourself. So it's like, listen, at this point, you got to do what's good for you. You have to do what's good for you because your life is leveling up, Taurus. If you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that were once closed are opening up, just in a different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. Yeah, so you guys are leveling up, like I said. You're growing, expanding, you're seeing more opportunities. Like literally, you're seeing these opportunities just kind of like emerge for you. And I don't feel like you're used to it. And there are some people around you that are trying to convince you that you don't deserve it, but that's just not true. You got to be able to see through their BS. And then we have this one, self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend some time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate, listen to your favorite music, whatever you enjoy the most, do that today. Is what that says. So, you know, in order to be self-aware, you got to spend some time with yourself. You can't consistently neglect your wants and needs by constantly caring for someone else's wants and needs. You have to take that time to reflect. A lot of people, they don't want to give you that time because they know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen when they start to, like, when you start to respect yourself, when you start to spend some time with yourself and really feel yourself, they know what's going to happen. They know that they're going to lose you. It's time to tap back into your self-awareness. You're seeing, oh, okay, now this is deep. Taurus, some of you guys are feeling like there's doors closed around you because the people around you have closed doors around them. And because you're spending so much time wanting to make someone happy, wanting to be the best version of yourself for someone else, wanting to support someone, wanting to do for other people, you see all of those doors closed, and all you can remember is closed doors, closed doors, closed doors. But if you tap into yourself and the opportunities around you, you actually have open doors around you. You have options. You really do, Taurus. You have options. I'm tapping into a group of you who may be in a relationship that's holding you back. And I'm tapping into a group of you that just feel like your life is actually different than what it is. Because it's like, because you're tapping into the lives of the people that you care for, the people around you. You're like, yeah, the doors are all closed for us. But it's like, no, the doors are actually closed for them. You may be having to separate. We got the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups. You're actually really emotionally balanced. You know how to get what it is that you want. You have potential to grow and expand financially, emotionally, romantically. With this Justice card here, you're also owed it. So this lets me know that you have secured the bag. You have done the work required to balance the scales in your favor. You've put in the work. You've put in the love. You've supported other people. Like, there's so much that you have done, Taurus. Like, it's like you've already paid your dues. And it's like, you've already paid your dues. So you can walk into the event, but there's people around you who you're trying to, you know, get level up. Sorry, I'm coughing so much. I've done like so many reads today. You've already paid your way is the point, Taurus. You already paid your way. Yeah, and we have the Chariot card. You can move forward, but it's just you on that motorcycle. You know, you can move forward and balance. You have an opportunity here. And it's an opportunity you're going to have to take. You're in your masculine energy right now, Taurus, because you're being, even though you're being nurturing, you're being the caretaker, which is actually an action-oriented response. It's not just like, you know, you can do it, supporting. I see you actually exerting your energy to benefit other people. So that's actually, you know, King of Cups energy. Showing rather than, you know, telling and just kind of being there. You're very much so involved in other people's lives. 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 5 of Wands. It's time to assess your friendships and the relationships around you. Because that 5 of Wands lets me know there's a lot of confusion around your life, a lot of fog around your life. You may be feeling like you're living in a fog. If you don't have a a lot of friends, by the way. This could be you participating in low vibrational things or things that don't resonate with you anymore, things that aren't going to move you forward. So this could also be, you know, the video games. If you're a gamer, you like to game, just for an example. If you spend all your time in virtual reality, you're not going to see all the options you have for your, you know, all the options that are actually in the 3D. And if you put all your time, energy, and attention into a game or something that's fake or something that's just not real, not your actual path, your actual life, you're going to miss out on the 10 of Pentacles. This could be your job. Maybe you're taking on all these hours and they're not appreciating you for it. Or even though you're taking all these hours and you're employee of the month, you still don't get a raise. You're still not moving up in career. You know, you're still not growing and evolving. This could be, you know, whatever it is for you. But we have the Judgment card here. So there's an opportunity coming up, or the time is now. There isn't very much more you can get from this connection, from these relationships, from this job, whatever the distracting thing is for you, the games, whatever. Four of Wands in reverse, it's no longer going to grow, and that's just on period. And you can already see that. I'm not telling you something that you genuinely don't know. Judgment card here, it is time. It's time to leave. It's time to get on to better things, Taurus. Some of you guys are going to have to pick yourself up and pull yourself out of this situation. Some of you guys, it's like the time is now is really what I'm hearing. So you may get an opportunity, like if the universe really wants to do you a solid, but I wouldn't, you know, hope and pray and just kind of sit here and wait to see if you're one of the very few that gets a magical opportunity. I would pick yourself up because this time is opportune. And move forward here. Tap into self, tap into the opportunities that you have. Like, you've grown so much. Now it's time to practice what you preach. You know how to, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know how to get out of a connection that's not serving you. You know how to make friends. You know how to find higher value connections. And I see someone coming through. So we have, they are the one, magnetic connection and engagement. They are the one, you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. The only thing I don't like about these cards is some of them are like the cards in the super famous romance deck. I'm like losing the title all of a sudden. Time is not a thing. We have magnetic connection and engagement. Your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. Magnetic connection. There is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. So that's definitely a message of the universe saying there's, first of all, I feel like this is present and coming up. So if you're not dealing with anyone romantically, you're moving into a space where you'll be meeting the partner you seek soon. Your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. There's going to be engagement. There's going to be going back and forth. There's going to be talking, communication, and growth together. And it's a very magnetic connection, someone you feel very attracted to. Magnetic connection, though, does specifically feel like this has to do with the people around you now. They're very magnetic. It's hard for you to leave. It's not easy. But we have boundaries. And you do have to set these boundaries. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or will not allow. So, and that's absolutely true. I've, you know, dealt with that personally in my own life. People know how to treat you by how you treat yourself. For me, I like to spend money. And Taurus, I feel like if anyone can understand that, you understand it. I like to spend money. I'm not frugal. I like to take myself out to nice restaurants. I like to buy nice things, not super expensive things. I'm actually not into name brands, but I like to, you know, like, I like to spend money. I like to go on vacation. I'm not cheap. When I go out, I already know I'm going to spend the money. I'm not holding on. I'm not checking prices like that. Like, if I'm going out, I'm going out. And tapping into this energy, I feel like you guys want more for yourself. You have the abundance to get more for yourself. And you have to teach people how to treat you. Like when people come into my life, they know that I'm not going for the okie doke. Don't bother coming in my life talking about, I got you on this day to Applebee's. I'm not into it. I'm just not. I would never take myself to Applebee's. So, which isn't true. Like, you know, Applebee's, they got some good wings and they be having them drink deals. I ain't even gonna hold you. But you know what I mean, you guys. You gotta show people how to treat you. If you're not always taking your, you know, and this is in all ways. This is in all ways. You have to show people how to treat you. If you're constantly speaking down on yourself, people are gonna start to speak down on you too. It's like, you know, when people are super pessimistic, you'll start joking in the way that they joke. You know what I mean? If you've ever experienced that, then you know. But yeah, you got to be the leader on this and show people what you will and will not accept. We have be optimistic and take a leap of faith. Keep in mind that you create your reality. You can't attract a love with a negative mindset. Absolutely, 100%. And then take a leap of faith. Only when you're willing to step out of your comfort zone will you reap the great rewards. So it's going to be uncomfortable for you guys for a while, Taurus, because you're going to be either communicating with new people, different people, or just living a different lifestyle, something that you're not used to. But be optimistic that people will be replaced by much better people, you know? Because I feel like you're really cleaning house in terms of like your friendships and connections. The people you have in your life now will be replaced with people who are on your higher timeline that you're on. You're always going to resonate with this timeline. This cycle will never fully close. You just have to walk away from it and live on that higher timeline. You will always be able to go on a lower timeline. Like that ex who you only want to reach out to when you're in a super low vibration, when you're really, really lonely. Just the fact that you're only attracted to them or thinking about them when you're super low vibrational shows you where they're at and where you are. And yes, you can descend and go to a lower timeline or go to a lower energy and communicate with people. So there will always be that opportunity or that open door. But you just have so much more that is open for you around you. And these people are serving as distractions, Taurus. So we got the third quarter moon adjustments are required, and you guys already know what to do. The full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. You've been feeling this way for a while. You felt this coming. It's no surprise to anyone, really. And it's just time to, you know, live out your higher timeline. That's what I got for you this week, Taurus. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. That is also in the description. And I love you. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey faves, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Virgo for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Virgo placement in your charts, you can apply this to. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is in the description. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. Other than that, Virgo, let's see what's going on with you guys during this time. What's up with Virgo? Okay, this is interesting. So I heard thanks for asking. And then I heard inconsiderate. So after I said what's up with Virgo, I heard thanks for asking. And then just a second, I heard inconsiderate. So there is definitely an energy of Virgo feeling a little underappreciated. I feel like this is the one that was trying to come out. I might as well just take both of them. All right, let's get into it. This is the first one for you. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So yeah, Virgo, tapping into this energy, the universe is telling you, if you believe that it can happen, it is what will happen. If you believe that this is the way things are, this is the way things are. But if you open your mind up to at least be optimistic to see how the universe can come through and play a part, that will benefit you during this time. This one says, learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy? Fighting against it. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah, you guys, tapping into this energy, I feel like you're just kind of trying to push through. And honestly, I keep getting this image of like a mother enabling their children. To be honest, that's how your energy is kind of coming through, Virgo. Like the people who aren't appreciating you at this time, they're doing that because you're kind of allowing them to run you over. Like you're used to being the person that fixes everything, or you know that if someone is left to their own devices, they're going to be absolutely screwed. But at the end of the day, that's still not your responsibility to take care of people. Allow people to fall flat on their face as hard as possible. Allow them to go through their tower moment so that they can actually change, because otherwise you're gonna kind of keep being their enabler and they're not gonna grow. Be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. Absolutely, you know yourself, you know your character. No one can take that away from you. No one can change you, and no one can tell you who you are if you know who you are. Tapping into this energy, this really feels like someone is kind of, it feels like multiple people are misunderstanding you, Virgo. It feels like multiple people are misunderstanding you, and you're trying to change what they believe, but they don't understand that higher level of consciousness. They don't understand that higher level of responsibility that comes with taking care of yourself and your own mental health. It seems like they're in a selfish energy and they'll never actually understand. And then they're distracting you from seeing what's in front of you. This one says, if you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that are once closed opening up, just in different forms. Things may not appear exactly as how you had envisioned. So just because things are different doesn't mean that things aren't happening, but the doors that are once closed are opening up for you. I would definitely advise walking through one of them, because taking care of other people is just not it. And also being too considerate and patient as well. You know when you've been patient enough. You know when someone's taking advantage and dragging it out. And I feel that's what's happening here. Don't place limits on yourself. You're an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live in your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. Yeah. No more limitation for Virgo. It's time to, open up and expand. You can't be the one that's there for people all the time, or at least not during this time. You got to set some boundaries. Be clear about where you are putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within you to create the life of your dreams. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. We got you. Yeah, so the universe is like fed up with this, analysis paralysis, this doubting energy. The universe is like, listen, we got your back. If you're ready to step into your power, so are we. Actually been ready. But you have to be clear and honest with yourself about where you're putting your time, energy, and attention. Are you feeding, into something that's just not benefiting you at all? Or are you putting your time, energy, and attention in people who also put that same positive energy into you, or people who appreciate it, people who also give to you? You've done all you can do. We got the Nine of Wands and the Death card here. You've seen something just about all the way through, Virgo, and you can be confident in that. You can be confident that you've given something your all, and you really did try your best. It may be a relationship. We have the Lovers in reverse and the Eight of Swords. This is honestly a false sense of being held back. At this point, you're only holding yourself back because you know what to do, Virgo. The Lovers in reverse, this doesn't have to be romantic. I mean, it is the Lovers, but this can also symbolize the failed projects that you're still trying to make work. You know, feeding your money into something that's not actually benefiting you. Like maybe you're spending money in stocks and it's not bringing back enough of a return. Or, you know, you're trying to live a certain lifestyle, investing your time into, you know, people and things, and it wouldn't happen if you didn't make that investment. At this point, you know, you're not actually held back by someone or something. The doors are open, but you do have to find the courage and the strength within yourself to walk through one of the doors that you have. You do have an option. And I feel like you've spent enough time invested into whatever is kind of holding you back, Virgo. And like you gave it the old college try. You did as much as you can do. And now it's, you know, your responsibility to walk away. We got the Six of Cups and the Strength card here. You do have to tap into your inner strength and actually walk away. You do have to initiate it. But the universe will bless you with so much more. What's lost will be replaced. We got the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So the more you invest in yourself, the more you'll be working with the universe. And the more you'll get. The universe wants to work with you. The universe is very eager to have more of a role in your life where you're not taking on the mother so much, and you can allow yourself to be mothered and nurtured and surprised and provided for. Even in work situations, you know, taking back your energy. And it's not going to feel right. With this Seven of Swords, it almost feels wrong for you to go into your workplace and know that you're the only one that will do X, Y, Z, to know that customers will have a crappy experience if you don't do it because you know no one else would do it. But let the place burn, Virgo. Let the place frickin' burn. Let people see you've had enough. And honestly, I think it's time for you to graduate out of that position if this is a work thing, because this is already the current work environment. You know, people get angry. You don't want to deal with the situation where someone starts to retaliate against you because you're not taking on all the work anymore, even though that's dead wrong. We got the Magician and the Four of Wands here. This is a higher level of connection, but you're creating it. After you separate yourself from your current friend groups, from your current job, from your current relationship, and that is step one. Ace of Swords, that is step one. You have to do this. This is not something that the universe is going to do for you, because at this point you know too much. You know, you're not a neophyte. You're not at the bottom of the totem pole. You're not, you know, you're not, I don't want to say a baby, because it's not about, it's a baby more like in the sense that you're not young and totally unaware and needing to be provided for. You know enough spiritually. You're emotionally intelligent, you know, spiritually intelligent. You know what's required of you, and you know what to do. And so it's like not a situation where the universe is going to come through and fix it, as if you haven't already learned something that could be applied to this, if that makes sense. Basically, you know, you're not someone who needs that type of help. You're not at that point in the journey. That point was years ago. Now you're in this place where it's like, yeah, you do have to do more, but you're also able to do more. You also have access to more wealth and abundance, higher level experiences, but it does come with a higher level of responsibility. You know, me personally, I'd rather be a manager than a worker somewhere, because I don't like to be told what to do. But being a manager, even though you get to tell other people what to do and you don't have to worry about someone breathing down your neck, you still have more responsibility now. You know what I mean? And that's the position that you're in. So we have the Magician and the Four of Wands. First step is cutting those ties. Second step, and cut the ties, Virgo, all the way. Cut the ties, Virgo. We have the Magician and the Four of Wands. So now you get to manifest, okay, what kind of friends are going to be supportive? What kind of friends are good for me in this next journey that I'm in? So you also want to decide, okay, where am I going next? In this cycle of my life, I can admit that I'm ascended. Okay, I know I've ascended. I know I've grown spiritually. So what's next for me in my life? Decide that. You know, like I said, there's more responsibility. You're not just a worker. The universe isn't just going to give you a job and give you a place to vegetable out in. You have to create now. So what am I doing next? after you cut the ties, and then who's gonna fit into that lifestyle? Now that I know where I'm going next, who's gonna fit into that? So if it's a romantic partner or a new friendship or a job, what kind of job is gonna fit best in the lifestyle that you're now walking into? Should you be more of an entrepreneur? Are you looking for a step up, you know, in a manager role? Maybe, you know, you were in a friends with benefits situation. Okay, now I want something committed. Or you've been in committed relationships, now I want something long-term. Or you've been in long-term relationships, now I'm looking to get engaged, you know, etc., etc., etc. It goes on and on and on. There's always going to be a level up. We have the Moon in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. You know what to do. It's time to untangle yourself. The universe is really being hard on you, and it's just because you're like one of the best students in the class, like the class of life, Virgo. Like, you've learned so much and you've worked so hard in the last few years that now you're expected to work through that dense energy to get you to that next place. Okay, so we have unconditional love and open yourself up to love. Unconditional love, the love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. Open yourself up to love. It is safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. So being honest with people moving forward, honest about who you are and what you want. You know, you can't go for the okie doke anymore. When you enter your next relationship or you start talking to someone new, and instead of like in the past saying, oh, I'm open to wherever things go, be honest with people. This is what I'm looking for. That way you don't end up in a cycle with someone who's going to waste your time. So many people feel like, oh, I can change their mind or they'll come around. A lot of people know what it is that they want, honestly. And if you communicate it and you allow yourself that communication, then you'll know whether or not you're going to be able to have that with someone, instead of hoping that they change their mind and avoiding the topic altogether, or saying that you want something less than what you want because you're conditioned to feel like you have to jump through all these hoops to get what you want. Like, people who are on your level, they're going to be just as upfront as you are. And if they're not, that's not something you want to waste your time with anyway, because then it's going to put you in another cycle, you know. And I really feel like you guys have learned a lot. So you don't need another cycle. You don't need another lesson to put you where you need to be. Like, I just feel like you guys really don't need that, Virgo. So we have distance and express your love. The separation that you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow and express your love. It's important to let people know that you love them. You have nothing to lose. So be honest about your feelings. Have honest conversations. If that creates distance, all the better. That'll put you in alignment or open you up to a connection with someone that does have the ability to love you, does want you. A lot of people know what they want like this. You know, it's rare that people are actually confused unless they're deciding between two people. That can cause confusion because it's like you don't want to make the wrong choice. But if someone's dealing with you and they're just playing the field, they're gonna know if they want you like within 3 months. Like, and really that's being extremely generous, to be honest. If you've been dealing with someone for months and it hasn't gone anywhere, that person, just to be truthful, they don't want you. They don't. No one needs forever to decide what they want or to move forward. You know, even if you're not sure. Okay. So we have thin line and vetting. There's a thin line between love and hate, but there's also a thin line between being patient and being goofy. So make sure you're on the positive side of that. Vetting, getting to know people. I feel like this new phase that you're walking into, Virgo, there's going to be a lot of vetting you're going to have to do. You're also going to have to look at people like, okay, is this someone who's just using their free will to approach me and be in my life? Or is this someone who's actually in alignment with what I've asked for? Am I accepting this proposition because I'm lonely, or because I can truly see that it aligns with me? Like I said, you guys are at a higher level, so it's like, you know, you're the manager now. You're not just a worker. If you're a worker, you know, you're going to want someone to get hired on the job who makes the day go by faster. Someone who's fun, someone you can get along with. When you're a manager, you have to look at the employees and say, I'm going to hire this person because they check these boxes, because they're a good person, they're a good fit. Not just someone I can have fun with, not just someone who's, you know, not just another body to fill the void, but actually someone who is good for the job. We have bad intentions. So Virgo, I feel like you've dealt with some people who really were some serious duds. At the bottom of this card, it says in it for yourself. You've dealt with some selfish people, and you've been a selfish person at some point in the journey. So it's not about judging people and you just saying, oh, they're just a bad person. It's about recognizing what you see in someone right away and not making excuses for them, but taking them as they are, you know, and moving forward with that. If there's someone who checks all the boxes, who's a good person, you having, you know, things in common with, if they're the person for the job, moving forward with them. If they're not allowing them to be more of a part of your story than there should be. Exiting them out of the picture. A lot of responsibility on Virgo, but you have all the tools to do it. And the universe has a lot of faith in you guys. So that's what I have for you today. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my free radio show in the description. I love you, Virgo. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Capricorn. For your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Capricorn placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before you get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show in the description. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music, and it's just a vibe over there. Just by adding me over there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. So that's also cool. Other than that, Cap, let's see what's going on with you guys this week. What are the messages for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? What does Capricorn need to hear? Cards are a little bit quiet for you today. Okay, Capricorn, so this is what I'm getting so far. First of all, it's hard to tap into your energy because your focus is in other places or in another place. You're either too far ahead into the future, too far ahead into the past, focused on other people, or focused on another person. So it doesn't have to be based on just other people. It can be you trying to reach your goal to the point where you live in the future so much that it makes your present suck, because you're not making things comfortable for you now and then also working towards the future. It's hard to just tap into your energy, even from the universal. I'm hearing hard to reach you, and I'm hearing like a dial tone. So the universe has definitely been trying to contact you. What I can say is you can always stop where you are and say, this is as far as I'm going to go here, whether you have invested energy into something already or not. Because an energy that I'm getting is it's hard for you to walk away from something with someone. It could be an argument. Like I said, this doesn't have to do with anyone else, but it could be an argument. I'm seeing you stuck on something that you can always choose to say, I'm going to cut my losses here, or this isn't healthy for me. I'm going to take a step back from this now. Let's start at this one. This one says, make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with confidence, knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. Absolutely, and that's the energy that I was getting here, because it kind of feels like, Capricorn, you may be stuck on something or someone, or even like an older version of yourself. It's like you keep remembering something that happened in the past, and you're attaching that older version of yourself to the new version of yourself. So it's hard for you to move forward because you have the shackle of your unascended version, your younger version of yourself, like on you. You're carrying your old self with you moving forward because you're holding on to past mistakes and you're allowing them to define you. You can transmute it, you can let it go, you can release it, or you can keep thinking about it, you know, and punish yourself for it. And that's what I feel some of you guys doing. I would definitely recommend The Complete Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. In terms of transmutation on a 3D level, on a spiritual level, that book is like all you need. It is always the #1 book that I recommend to start with on a spiritual journey, but it will definitely help you with this, Cap. Okay, so we have, are you feeling somewhat confused? Or it says you are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that is coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want your life to take. So tapping into this energy, this is basically telling you to unstick yourself. You're feeling confused by the events unfolding around you. It seems contradictory towards what you want. It seems like, okay, if this is happening, that must mean, but try not to jump to conclusions. Follow your instincts and allow the universe to lead you. The universe is leading you in the right direction, Capricorn. And you can always choose to say, you know what, in this moment, I'm going to fall back. I'm going to take myself out of the equation and I'm going to disengage with the circumstance or with what's happening here. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You're a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you got this. So you're growing and you're learning. Maybe you went off on somebody at your job and now you're regretting it. You can choose today that you don't have to have a problem with this person moving forward, even if they're mad. I already went off on you. What do I have to be mad about? I said what I needed to say. I'm going to let this go. You can be mad, but you're going to be mad beefing with yourself because I'm taking myself out of this equation. You know, you can always choose to stop where you are, even if you did too much. Accept your shadow side, embrace your shadow side. You need your shadow side. If you're dealing with someone who is like a Karen, you have to tap into your shadow side. You can't love and light a Karen, a Tasmanian devil. Sometimes you have to tap into that shadow to get people together so they understand you're, first of all, not the one to play with. And that's #2 as well. I'm not the one and I'm not the one. And then for 3, to let them know how you feel so everything can be clear. And you did that, and now maybe because of how people are looking at you or how people have taken your actions that you've made in the past, now it's making you look at yourself like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Maybe it was wrong what you did, you went off on them, or you did too much, you said too much. Okay, sure, but that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you know the difference and don't carry that with yourself and judge yourself because of something you've done. Okay. This one says, focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought patterns so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So yeah, Cap, tapping into this energy, the universe is definitely trying to get you to focus on what is in your power, what is in your control. You can always control the steps and the next choices that you have. You can't at all control what you've done in the past. You can transmute it so that you view it differently and so that you can change the energy of it. But, you know, focus on what you control and moving forward. Like, you just don't have the time to be held back, Cap. And then we have count all of your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that is yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you. Isn't that a wonderful thought? And it absolutely is. So focus on what you can control. It sounds cheesy, but focus on the positive. And it's not even about focusing on the positive because, oh my goodness, the world is great. It's sunshine and rainbows. It's focusing on the positive because this moment doesn't define you. It's more of a tool to change the energy around you and shift your perspective, shift your attention. Less about just being excited for the sake of it and being optimistic. If you don't feel that way, don't force yourself to feel like you got to be all happy and, you know, optimistic and high strung. Allow yourself to feel how you feel. But the main thing that I'm getting for you, Cap, okay, the money is not right. That's not what I was going to say before. I forgot what I was even going to say because that's kind of alarming what I'm seeing here. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. You guys are known for getting your money. Capricorn is known for getting your money, and something with the money ain't right, or there's issues in work. Someone is making it hard for you. Page of Cups in reverse, you're losing passion for what it is that you're doing. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, you're not making enough money or as much money as you would want to. What's alarming though is we have this Eight of Swords here. So this lets me know to some degree you can change this and you're kind of choosing not to. It's almost like you're making your current circumstance comfortable and it was never supposed to be that. Like this job was never supposed to be the place that you end up. Absolutely. You're the Empress. And it's looking like you forgot your goddesshood for a minute. I'm not saying to quit your job. Everybody has a bottom line. Everybody has bills to pay. But I am saying I do see some of you getting way too comfortable in a job that's never going to be able to give you the amount of money you're looking for. And some of you guys, I'm hearing promotion. Some of you guys are saying, well, there's a position opening up or I'll be able to get promoted. I might as well stay here. And no, this was never the job for you. This is the job that the universe blessed you with to get you out of your last financial situation or to get the money flowing in your life in general. But this was never, you know, supposed to be like your permanent money maker. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse and the Six of Wands. This was only ever supposed to be temporary, and that can even be, you know, the relationship that you're in. Apply it to the area of your life that you're having the trouble in. At the bottom of the deck we have the Sun card here, and this is definitely like a victory onto bigger and better things. This is success, this is growth, this is wealth, not just money. This is not just you having money, enough money to, you know, go on a vacation here and there, go to a concert, get drinks on the weekend, have your house full of groceries. This isn't just like, you know, kind of living a pretty good, decent life. This is like living a very wealthy and abundant life to the point where you don't even have to plan anything. You don't have to save up for anything. If you want something, you can get it. If you want to go somewhere, you can go, you know. And this is giving me a bit of entrepreneurship tease, especially with the Empress. The Sun and the Empress is like someone who is not tied down by anything or anyone. Someone who can really do it all, do whatever. Page of Wands in reverse, though, it's like you forgot your original mission or you forgot who you are. And now you're allowing people to disrespect you. And it's not like you're, you know, getting cussed out every day. It's not like, you know, people are coming at you, but it's like people are looking at you like a worker, I guess I'll say. You know, people are looking at you like the position that you're in, and you forgot who you are. So now you're not moving forward to where you want to be. And it's like people have this idea of you that you're just, you know, Capricorn who does XYZ versus Capricorn with all the potential and all these dreams and all of these things that they're going to do. People forgot who you were. Or when people are being introduced to you these days, they have this idea of you that's not who you actually are or who you want to be. And to some degree, you guys have forgotten who you are as well. We have the Knight of Swords and the Temperance card. Definitely time to balance the energy around you, Capricorn. This just isn't where you're supposed to be. This isn't where you're supposed to be. This isn't your final destination. This isn't the end goal for you. And it never was. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's almost like Cap is a little bit jaded. It's like you're a little bit jaded to the point where you don't have that motivation or that original desire that you had once upon a time to move forward. What are the other messages for Capricorn? Cards are like really flipping for you. Romance cards are. Okay, I'll take all of them. Why not? I feel like it's necessary. Let's see what's going on in love. Oh wow. Okay. There's quite a few things going on. Okay, let's start here. Let go of the need to control and different paths. Let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. If someone is giving you resistance, give them time, give them space to decide what they truly want. Don't allow yourself to be the person that someone's just with because they were forced into it, or the person that someone didn't choose. Different paths. You're not on the same page with someone that you have in mind. The directions you want to move in are different. So if you're wanting to manifest someone new and you know who that person is that you want, first of all, okay, sorry. If you want to manifest someone new, you need to take a different way towards manifesting them. A new manifestation technique is definitely needed. If you want to manifest someone and you already know who that person is, they're wanting something different, or you're not in alignment with them, you're not on the same path as them, so you're going to need to switch your 3D, like what you do in the 3D to get yourself in better alignment with that, or that person is not actually someone who you would want to manifest. They're not who you think they are. Now for those of you who already have someone in mind and you're currently dealing with them in the 3D here already, you're on different paths, you need to release the need to control that situation here. We have separation. Pay attention to the signs and be optimistic. Pay attention to the signs. Synchronicities that you have been noticing are not coincidences. Don't brush something off as coincidence. It definitely has a deeper meaning. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So the fact of the matter is, there may be a need for you to split up with someone, especially from what I'm seeing before. If they're making you feel that way or holding you back, making you regret things, keeping you in an older version of yourself, they gotta go. And then we have be optimistic. Keep in mind that you create your reality and you can attract, or sorry, it says keep in mind that you create your reality and you can't attract love with a negative mindset. So if someone is making you feel negative, that situation is never going to turn into a loving, positive, benefiting relationship in your life. You got to allow someone to grow, let that separation happen so you can grow as well, and then you guys can actually grow together. We have deepening here, but we also have new love, so it'll be up to you. Deepening, a relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. So yeah, you guys, tapping into the energy, it's definitely a possibility for you to grow deeper with someone, but there needs to be a separation because I don't feel like someone's respecting you and appreciating you. They forgot who you were before when you guys first started talking, or before, you met them, and you forgot who you were as well. And you've allowed things to snowball and go too far to the point where now we're here. This is kind of like who you are at this point because you're not that same person. So maybe there needs to be a re-leveling up here for Capricorn. And then we have new love. A new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. So that's up to you, Capricorn, whether or not this will be with someone new or whether or not this will be with someone that you already know. That part's up to you, but we have all these fine details that we need to sort out so that we can move forward. And that is what I have for you this week. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. I love you, Capricorn. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Gemini for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Gemini placement in your chart, you could apply this to. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is in the description below. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music over there, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. Other than that, Gemini, let's see what the energy is for you this week. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. What are the messages for Gemini? One more messages. One more message for Gemini. All right, let's get into it. Let's start here. This is the first message for you, Gemini. This one says, perhaps you are reminded too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift, one change after another. You're learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. So something may have happened recently that caused you to see something or feel something, or honestly, it feels like something has been revealed to you. And now you can see the full scope of the situation. It's like you understand the reality. You either know how hard something is or how easy something is, how quickly something can change. And it's just like, I'm getting this image of you guys kind of in shock as far as what you've decided to do about it. But the universe is definitely telling you to adapt with this change because that's the purpose that this has happened. So everything is happening for a reason right now, Gemini. We have, make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. Interesting. Okay. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You are not responsible for what people think of you. So, or actually it says you are not what people think of you, but I feel like that was like kind of a Freudian slip. It came out for a reason. It's not up to you to try to, control your image of, how people perceive you. That's something you'll never be able to control. But also make sure you don't start to shift yourself to be someone's ideal, Gemini. That keeps you in a false reality. And I feel like this, shift has occurred with you, Gemini, where you see things more clearly now, specifically because the universe is trying to tell you you've been living in a false reality, and ignorance is bliss. Not knowing can be a form of comfort sometimes, because it's like, okay, then you don't have to address like truly what it is. But at the same time, this feels more based in who you are, and that's one reality you cannot live in falsely. That's one reality you don't want to reside in. Resilience is one of the strongest qualities that you have. It has gotten you through so many trials and tribulations in the past, and it will continue to do so. Lean on that inner tower of strength anytime you need it. You've got this. So the universe is telling you you're going to get through this, just as you have many a times before. This time is no different than the other times you have gotten through things. And tapping into this energy, the universe is telling you, like, we're here to support you. You're going to be okay. You're resilient. You got this. And it is still all happening for a reason. This one says, don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, you'll be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle for anything less than you deserve. Okay, T. Now that's an action-oriented message, because now the universe is putting some action behind it. So do not allow people to take away your power. You know, people can only do what you allow them to. And Gemini, I find that you guys have this ability to really control the energy around you in kind of an effortless way. But this perception thing, the way someone is perceiving you for whatever reason, I don't know, this person may be very important, or this must be something that you really want, because this is really bothering you. This could be a coworker or a manager. It would make sense if it was a manager, because it's like you want them to see you a certain kind of way because they're kind of in control of you getting a promotion. But if this is like a friend, they're not that cool. They're not that cool for you to be feeling this way, Gemini. Like, you know, worried about what they think about you or trying to control it. The universe is definitely telling you to recenter yourself so that other people can't control you that much. You know, when people can control who you are and tell you who you are and how to feel, that's when you get in those dangerous waters of self where you start to lose yourself. Focus on the mindset of what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So at the end of the day, anybody and everybody can be replaced. And most importantly, no one is more important than what you desire for yourself. No one is above you, Gemini, and your life. Like, I just get this energy of the universe kind of being like, if you take a step back, it really doesn't matter. Like, it only matters because you've started to care. You've started to, you know, care for these people or this person, and you don't want to lose them, or you just value their opinion. But at the end of the day, there's just always going to be someone better, and there's always going to be a replacement, something more you can achieve. I'm not taking all of those. Yeah, at the end of the day, like King of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance in reverse, you know, this person, this thing, this situation isn't worth your attention. This could even be you getting triggered by something that's happening versus a person specifically. This could just be an energy of something you're really frustrated with in the world right now. It could be your current circumstance as well. It does feel, you know, person-based, but it doesn't have to be. It can be, you know, something that you're frustrated with, like a concept or an idea, something that's happening, something that you see happening. What is not in your control is not of importance to you. It can't be, because it's going to drive you crazy and you'll never be able to control it. And Geminis, you guys tend to be more action-oriented, like solution-oriented. I have this Gemini friend that I always go to when I'm really like messed up about something, because she just comes through with these slaps, like the solutions. And that's how I find you guys consistently. You're not really the one to cry with someone per se. You're more like, okay, so what are we going to do to fix this? And for the things that you can't fix, that's when you run into this problem, because you guys are so action oriented and solution oriented, I'll say. So we have the King of Swords and the World card here. Honestly, the universe is telling you to move on, and it's not move on from your emotions or your feelings towards this. This is not, oh, you're obsessing. This is not, oh, well, there's a little bit of an obsessive energy, but it's not like move on, you know, in an emotional way. It's like a replacement type of energy I'm getting. The universe is just like, replace it, or it can be replaced, release it. You know, it's just stressing you out at this point. It's like trying to catch a knife that's falling. Like, you're gonna hurt yourself trying to catch it. Allow it to fall, pick up the pieces. If it's broken, buy a new knife, you know? But like, you're not gonna, you know, the universe is saying don't hurt yourself trying to fix this or prevent something from happening or change something. It's just driving you crazy at this point, and this is not your burden. We got the Five of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. Like, this is not something you initiated. Like, this is you being frustrated about, honestly, someone else's problem, you know, or something that, you know, if someone can't see your value, if this is the person, that's on them, because the only person that truly loses in that situation is them. If this is like, you know, something that's happening in the world that's really upsetting you right now, Gemini, you're all going to collaborate and fix it together. But at the end of the day, you kind of got to allow the towers to fall, because if you get mixed up and lost in the sauce and the energetics of it all, when all the chaos is happening, like, you're gonna get swept up into it, and it's not gonna benefit you. It's just gonna have you pissed off about something, and then what? That's it. You know, change doesn't come you know, when people are all high-tempered and upset about something. So whatever this is for you, allow it to cool off if it's just something that's upsetting you. But if it's something that you can't control, the solutions are going to come in time. The universe is saying you can choose to walk away from it now, at least energetically, so you're not upset about it. T. The first card that came out for you, Gemini, was new love. So a new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. Exactly. So this isn't saying that for all of you, like, the person that you're currently with, if you're already dealing with someone, isn't the one, and, you know, you're not going to be able to be with them. But this is more of an energy of Gemini. Let's not stress about things that, like, let's give this situation some time to rest. Ooh, interesting. Oof. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have be aware of codependency. And the soulmate card really stuck out to me as I was about to put the rest of these cards back into the deck. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. Be aware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. You may be dealing with someone that you've dealt with for quite a while, Gemini, and both of you guys are codependent. And it's like, at this point, you may even just be going tit for tat, trying to prove the other person's dependency. You know, you trying to put it off on them like, you need me. They're trying to put it off on you like, no, you need me. And it's like, you both need each other at the end of the day, but it's keeping you in this just loop. It's keeping you in this loop. We have law of attraction and third party situation. Now we're getting tea. Third party situation. Other people are interfering in this relationship and dimming its full potential. This doesn't have to be a third party as in someone is stepping out on the relationship or being intimate with other people. The third party situation definitely indicates that someone else has a hand in the situation, Gemini, whether it's someone's listening to their friends and their friends' opinions, or the friends know too much. Be careful about sharing your business with your friends and your loved ones, because at the end of the day, people who care about you are always going to get in an action-oriented energy. They're not going to want to see you with that person. So unless it's like you want to be saved, do not tell people about like the minuscule things going on. Maybe if you're looking for advice, like, honestly, when I used to work at a restaurant, like, that was my place for advice, because it's just detached enough where it's like, you know, your coworkers, it's like everybody got some stuff going on like in the restaurant. But all of you guys don't have that situation, so that's kind of like a unique thing. But yeah, try to find someone who's far enough from the situation to where they're not going to be checking on it. They're not going to be, you know, checking you about it. Like, did you address this yet? Did you break up with him yet? Da, 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 da. But anyways, we have a law of attraction. You've been manifesting this relationship. Everything that you want will soon be yours. So that's definitely applying to the new love energy, Gemini. You've been calling for a resurgence in this relationship. I'm actually surprised the Tower card didn't come out now, because you've been wanting a shift in your relationship, and it's coming, whether it's with a new person or a new person, or it's a new phase you're entering in your current relationship. But you gotta allow that to happen. You know, you can't control, like, the universe is like, let me work, Gemini. Stop being such a control freak. Let me work. You asked for this and this and this, or I saw that you wanted this, so allow that to happen. We have humility and reconciliation. Someone definitely needs to see your value. Someone needs to be humbled. Someone needs to spend some time with self before they're going to be able to offer you something. If reconciliation is what you want and what you're looking for, they need to go through their own transformation where they can kind of be humbled by the universe and truly see what it's like not to have you, or to have a moment of reflection. If you're constantly going back and forth with someone, there just isn't going to be any progress, because they don't even have time to think. And that may be, you know, your fault in this. Like, maybe you're not giving this person time to think because you're too busy trying to control what they think. You know, let them come full circle. Give them some space. The situation needs to cool down. If your love life is seeming very hectic right now, but you're not talking to anyone, not seeing anyone, new love is coming through, but you can't control the way that it comes through. You can't put a date on your manifestation. You can't be, you know, you can tell the universe what you're looking for, and the universe is going to deliver you someone you're in alignment with, but focus more on the alignment, because if your life is chaotic and hectic and you're a shitty friend, you're going to attract a shitty partner towards you. So if things aren't working out, look back to self. You know, if everything is you pushed out, truly, you're gonna have to look back at self and say, okay, why am I getting these crappy love offers? Because maybe someone has a different area in which they aren't completely the best partner, but you know, one is still not better than the other. Like, for an example, like if someone has a wandering eye and that's their flaw in the relationship, well, if you're super codependent and you're looking for the love you should have for yourself from a person outside of you, or in a desperate energy, or if you know, can't control your emotions, yada yada yada, like both of you guys are flawed. So someone may be, you know, coming in and they have a wandering eye and you're like, I'm so ready for a relationship. I don't have a wandering eye. I'm ready for something serious. But that still doesn't mean you're in alignment with someone healthy. And that's why you got that person with those BS problems, you know? It's somewhere in there. The universe isn't always going to send you an exact mirror of you. But anyways, reconciliation, coming back together in love, humility, selflessness, or it says selfless in all ways. So yeah, someone definitely needs to like spend some time alone so they can get to that place where they're a bit selfless. And I feel that on both sides, Gemini. I feel there's, you know, places where you need to kind of heal and get a breather, and so does who you're dealing with, or there needs to be some more self-work or just some patience here. It's coming in. You'll see there's newness coming in. Now we have Playa Playa and ending, which I like. The end of a road. At the bottom of Playa Playa, it says someone likes to play the field. So I do see someone kind of growing up. I do see someone getting in a more serious energy. Like I said, I really feel like this is on both parts, on your part and the people that you attract to you. Through this space and time. Yeah, past love. There's a lot of past love energy, I gotta say, today. Like, we got the new love card, but there's still all of these, you know, indicators of past situations kind of coming up. Okay. Oof. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is what it is, Gemini. We have a marriage and past love. At the bottom of past love, it says a lover from your past. At the bottom of marriage, it says vows of love. We have success and karmic. So there is a karmic situation happening here. We're going to see what happens with that past love card, because there's just so many ways it can go. I'm going to stop speculating on it. Karmic, intense lessons in love, success, dreams come true. A lot of times people have to come back so you can close cycles with them. So that doesn't mean just because there's a past love coming back, that's the person you're being married to. And plus things will differ from Gemini to Gemini, that you'll just see how that little detail unfolds. But this is what's happening here. And then we have bad intentions and date time. In it for yourself, at the bottom of bad intentions, at the bottom of date time, it says someone asks for a date. What I can say, Gemini, open yourself up to new love, or give yourself some space from your current partner, because at this point it's like I'm feeling like almost an energy of people going tit for tat, and both parties are kind of in it for, you know, selfish intentions. Even if you're the one like kind of always getting hurt by someone, allowing yourself to constantly be hurt by someone and making them feel like a monster because of what you're allowing them to do is honestly just as bad. After, what is it, like, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And anytime after that you've allowed this person to play on your face, Gemini, it's just as bad. You know, you both don't have self-control. You don't have the self-control to release yourself from a situation that's hurting them, hurting you, and you know, they're hurting you just as bad at this point. So Anyways, definitely feeling those bad intentions however it applies. A lot of duality, not surprised because I am reading for Gemini, but a lot of duality, a lot of black and white. And hopefully we can get to a place where we're merging to that gray and we can kind of sort through that energy so everything isn't so, it's you, no, it's me, it's you, it's me, it's this, it's that, you know, it's so tit for tat. But daytime, the universe is telling you open yourself up. At the bottom of the card it says someone asks for a date, so that'd be exciting if someone asks you for a date and the new love finally comes through and all this BS can kind of be out of your mind, at least for a while, until you decide what you want. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. I love you, Gemini. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Libra for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Libra placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below. For your protection, that's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my completely free radio show. It is in the description below. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music. It's a vibe. Just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. Other than that, Libra, let's see what's going on with you this week. What are the messages for Libra? What does Libra need to hear? Wow, I'm seeing a lot of transformations this week. And it looks like you are no different, Libra. But let's see what else we got. All right, so this is the first card for you this week, Libra. This one says, if you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in different form. Things may not appear exactly as you have envisioned. So I feel like, Libra, you had an idea, which Libras typically do. I find that you guys like to be organized and you kind of like to plan. But anyways, yeah, tapping into this energy, I feel like you guys, you know, tried to see, okay, this is what I want, and this is how I feel like it will happen, or this is how I envision it happening. And it's happening. You're still getting what it is that you want, but I do see it coming in a different way. So the universe, first of all, is just letting you know what you want is happening. Here it is coming to fruition. But remember this. Remember this for the future. That even if you didn't see it coming, it can still come through. We have look past what you feel or your incapabilities. Instead, focus on everything that you've achieved so far. It is okay to acknowledge your weaknesses, but keep in mind that they do not define you. Your strength and your beautiful soul are clear for all to see. So tapping into this energy, people who know you. People who want to see you in your best light will see you in your best light. They will choose to. They will overlook the things that you've done, the mistakes that you've made, and your missteps, just how, you know, you will overlook other people's vice versa. So if someone is choosing to see you in a certain light, Libra, that's not your cross to bear. First of all, just release that. Now, second of all, the universe is telling you to focus on what you've achieved and to switch your mindset. With things coming in, I feel like that's primarily the reason the switch is necessary, because you have like things that are coming into fruition and you don't want to block those because you're in a negative energy for something that really you can't change. Allow yourself to process it at your own pace, but there's just too much coming through for you to be focused on the things that, you know, you went about incorrectly, etc. This one says, be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception, and that's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty that you hold within. Stand tall in your power. Libra, you have to know yourself. You really do. You have to know yourself and who you are, what you bring to the table, and your light. And spend some time in meditation, tapping in. A lot of people don't like to meditate. I used to hate meditating, to be honest, when I first got into it, but it will truly transform your life. life, but meditating allows you to slow yourself down enough to truly tap in and see what's there. You may find something that needs to be worked through, but oftentimes you'll be able to resonate with who you are at your core, and you'll see the true light, your true beauty beyond the karmic things that you've picked up because you have to have this earthly experience. Don't allow those experiences to hold you back or define you. You're still a light. You're still a light, Libra, and I feel like people are misunderstanding you, and you're starting to misunderstand yourself at this point because of other people's perception. You can't ever actually change anyone's perception. People are really going to believe what they want to believe. We have learned to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is being gained by depleting your energy and fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Regardless if it's something big that you're hanging on to or something small that you're hanging on to, it happened or it's happening. Don't use all of your energy trying to, you know, fight against it. Then you won't have any energy left to actually survive until, you know, it's over. Allow yourself to work with the universe. See what the universe is trying to get you to take away from the situation in the first place. Process it and keep moving forward here. You know, don't slow down your own timeline by being hung up on things that are meant to show you things, most of all. And then we have count your blessings, even the small ones. Show gratitude and appreciation for all that you have in your life and all that has yet to come into it. Your best days are still ahead of you, and that's a wonderful thought. So regardless of where you are now, Libra, wow, this feels like a blow. This feels like a blow to the solar plexus. Like, you're questioning your character. People are questioning your character. Something is off about your sense of self. And this could be like a slow but sure buildup. Yeah, you're so abundant, Libra, and that's just what it is, period. You're so naturally abundant. You really are. And if you feel like it's just you against you and you're just getting on yourself, then do more. Then do more. Then try something new. You got to get out of it. You know, you fight. Well, it's funny because we were just talking about fighting against the current, but when it specifically comes to motivating yourself, you do got to fight out of that. Just like you have to fight out of those dark spaces. You know, in life, I can't use certain words on here or it'll flag my video, but just like you have to, you know, fight out of these like low points that you get in, like when it comes to like getting motivated and things like that, that is something you're going to want to fight against. Don't ride the wave of laziness and being subpar. If it's just you and, you know, you're feeling like people are looking at you like you're lazy, but no one's actually saying anything, that may be a projection. That may be like, you know, your shadow side is like kind of really, I don't know, it feels like telling the truth. Like, acknowledge the truth, Libra, is what I'm saying. Like, if you're truly being lazy, truly not doing all you can, truly accepting like just a subpar life in general, that's different from accepting like what people think about you and your character and fighting against things that are happening. Like, you can set yourself up to prevent crappy things from happening, but once things kind of happen, like, you got to be in flow with it, but make sure you're not giving up on the prevention of it all. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm throwing down, because that's a very dualistic type of concept. So we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. So the Hierophant is definitely more wisdom based, while the High Priestess is more intuition based. So the Hierophant looks at things from a perspective of what they have experienced and inherited in terms of wisdom, and the High Priestess will tap into the all, tap into their self to understand the situation. The Hierophant is upright, so that lets me know, like, see, but both of these need to be upright, because the thing is, when the High Priestess is in reverse and your intuition is turned off, you're going to convolute the past and what you know. You get what I'm saying? It's hard to look at your wisdom and take away like what you know when the High Priestess is turned off and intuitively you feel a different way. So it's like you're reflecting on past relationships, past things that have happened to you, and you're like, maybe I was in the wrong. Even though you learned the lesson and you know the truth, because the High Priestess is in reverse, now you're looking at the past like, oh, I was always the problem, you know, and that's not necessarily true. Six of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. This is definitely an energy of giving up, Libra. I gotta be honest, like the universe is having a hard time blessing you with anything, because this does look like you've completely given up on something. Now it's something that you were supposed to release. Have you fully released it? Because some of you decided that you were going to release something. You decided and you had that moment where you're like feeling good about your decision. This is the best thing for me to release it. I'm not going to stress about it anymore. It's not good for me. I'm going to release it. But you're still hanging on to it, and that's what's creating this negative energy here where you're questioning yourself and you're still reflecting on the situation. Some of you have to release the release, you know, fully actually release and let go. And some of you, I feel, are just kind of getting in your own way, having a hard time releasing an older version of yourself. This is such a dualistic, weird energy, because we have the King of Pentacles, yet the Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. That's the same energy as the Hierophant with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like you're naturally an abundant person and you are the King of Pentacles, but it's like you can't tap into your wealth. It's like the King of Pentacles losing their ID. So when you go to the bank and you try to get money, they don't have any way to prove who you are, so they can't give you that money. That's what this energy is. It's like, yes, you are naturally abundant and wealthy, but Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you cannot tap into it. And it all goes back to like this loss of self. I wish I explained those before I tried to explain the High Priestess and the Hierophant, because I feel like that was me working through the understanding, whereas that just made it so clear and easier to explain. But yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse. Time to untangle yourself, Libra. Time to untangle yourself, because at the bottom of the deck we got the World card here. So at the end of the day, you're not happy, and I just feel like it's because you're out of alignment. I like, man, you guys need to go on a like a retreat. Spend some time completely alone, but intentionally, where you're journaling and you're working through things. Best case scenario, of course, if you have the ability to, would be a retreat where you can really just get away, be alone with yourself, and actually work through emotions. Because if you feel like you even watch tarot readings and you feel like so much is said, but you still feel like nothing is said, you know, and intuitively you should be able to apply this to your life and know what we're talking about. You know, you should know how this like applies. But if you're looking for like the direct answer for your life personally, maybe you want to get a private read, but it's more of a thing where it's like you have to go there deep first before we can tap in. What's going on in love for Libra? Love for Libra. I'm gonna take that one. Wow, there's a lot of these. We have a lot of similar cards. Pay attention to the signs and pay attention to the red flags. So the universe is showing you what's coming next. The universe is kind of hinting to you what's happening here and what's going to happen. Pay attention to the signs. The synchronicities you have been noticing are not coincidences. Pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs of an unhealthy connection and what that looks like. I feel like you guys have a bad feeling, like you feel like something bad is about to happen, like something is about to end, or maybe someone's not being truthful, or it's all going to come crashing down. Like you've seen this before, but you feel like it's your fault. And that's where like the High Priestess in reverse is so damaging, because you've been through this before or something similar. You've experienced this emotion. You know what happens next. Intuitively you can feel that something is on the horizon. But the High Priestess in reverse makes it seem like it's all bad, or almost puts you in a position where you're calling something to happen because you feel like that's what's going to happen, because your High Priestess, your intuition is turned off. We have free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. You don't need to control someone's thoughts, how they feel. You know, you don't need to control someone's idea of you. And if they truly don't feel like you're their person, allow them to go. Or if they don't feel like you're a good person, like whatever, they'll see once you're gone and what it's actually like to live without. Redirect your thoughts in magnetic connection. Focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. Magnetic connection, there's a very strong pull and intensity that draws you towards this person. At the bottom of the deck, we have nothing has gone wrong. This one says, trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. So the main messages that I'm getting for you, Libra, is not fighting against divine timing, not fighting against what's happening just in general here. You're really going to want to strengthen your high priestess, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your solar plexus, most importantly, because it's hard for you to tap into your wealth, but that doesn't mean that you're not wealthy. But at this point, you're starting to believe that you're not wealthy. So to be honest, Libra, you're going to attract misfortune into your life. More misfortune. And if you view yourself like everyone is you pushed out, if you view yourself like you ain't shit, even if it's because someone else told you ain't shit, you're going to start to become someone who isn't as abundant. You're going to start losing money, opportunities, jobs. People are going to look at you differently. They're not going to give you new opportunities. You're going to start, you know, it's going to snowball rolling into this place. And then maybe you start just all out getting in your own way, gambling away all your money, your wealth, or giving away your love to one night stands and people who just want to take from you and be energy vampires and have you and then go about their business and have a good day the next day because they got that good Libra the other night. You know, and it's all surrounded around your self-concept. And some of you are feeling honestly kind of defeated, which is why I was saying closer to the beginning of the read, like some of you guys have folded and kind of given up and surrendered to, I'm just gonna sit down and allow the universe to screw me over. And it's not even the universe, it's actually like, you know, more so what's in the universe, like the people, the energies. The universe itself is not doing anything like that. Some of you are having a hard time letting go of what you know is pulling you down and making you question who you are and forget your true power. Like I said, for some of you, it's a person that has done this. Whereas for most of you, I really feel like High Priestess in reverse, it's you based. Your own intuition is shut off because intuitively, like, I mean, at the end of the day, someone can say whatever they want to say to you. You can't control what people say to you, but you can control how you process it. And if I know that something that someone is saying is just simply not true to me, I'm not going to accept it. It's not going to affect me. If it's someone I care about, yeah, it's going to make me feel away for a minute. Allow yourself to feel whatever way you feel, but don't internalize it. And that's what I feel is happening here. Like Libra is starting to internalize the things happening, and it's changing the view that you have on yourself. And that's where we get in into these really murky waters. We have spiritual based and two-way street. So at the end of the day, Libra, if someone wants to be in your life, love is a two-way street. They have to give you what you give them, respect, you know, and love and everything else that you need, communication. Two-way street at the bottom of the card, it says everybody matters. At this, we had spiritual based. At the bottom of that one, it says spiritual connection. So you need that. You need a spiritual connection with someone. You can't force, you know, a relationship to happen with someone who's clearly karmic or clearly doesn't respect you or just doesn't view you in the way that a lifetime partner has to view you. You can't be with that is not a lifetime partner. Someone who doesn't respect you or look at you like you're a good person, someone who doesn't see that value in you will never be able to be a good life partner or a benefit to you at all, for that matter. So we have humility and preparing. This is all happening for a reason. Don't lose sight that there's a lesson here. This isn't just to make you feel bad, to make you question yourself. This is happening from a standpoint of the universe so that you can see your way out of it. But we have this humility card. You are going to have to humble yourself and return back to oneness. You know, the people you've been dealing with, they're going to have to humble themselves as well. But that's not your responsibility. They will be humbled by the universe. Trust, everybody will be taken care of and handled accordingly. But it's just more so up to you to return back to wholeness and say, okay, I've been through this. I don't have to control this. I'm not God. I don't have to make people go through certain things. I don't have to play karma. I'm going to return back to oneness. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to show humility, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm ready to be a student of life. Universe, speak to me, so that you can get out of this, because this was never meant to hurt you, and this was never meant to just beat you down. It was definitely for a reason. But you're losing yourself, Libra. You're losing yourself. Preparing, doing inner work is what it says at the bottom of preparing. Like I said, this has been preparing you for something. And we have messages and secret events. So definitely preparing you for that future that you want for yourself. Private happenings is what it says at the bottom of secret events. So just be comforted in knowing that the universe does have a plan. Again, it's not all for nothing. Messages are exchanged. So there's going to be some communication coming up for you, Libra. And that's what I have for you guys. Speak your truth to yourself and to other people around you. And yeah, check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. And that was your pile, Libra. I love you. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Aquarius for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Aquarius placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before I get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my radio show. It is free. It is also in the description. Just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do, and I pull cards with the music. It's a vibe over there. Other than that, let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Oh, all right, let's get into it. Let's start with this one, the last one that came out for you guys. This one says, no matter how much you're being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can do this, and you will do this. So tapping into this energy, there's definitely a challenge, but it is a challenge that you will and can overcome. Have you know, as long as you stand your ground. Like tapping into this energy, I feel like someone may be trying you, and people treat you the way that you show them you treat yourself, and the way that you show them how to treat you. So if you allow yourself to be silenced, people know, okay, I can win every argument with Aquarius, because at the end of the day, they will shut down, or they will let me have my way. There's something happening this week, and it's going to be, you know, important that you guys stand your ground on how you feel and what you believe. Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You're not what people think of you. So tapping into this energy, I mean, that message is honestly pretty clear, Aquarius. Like, you may be wanting to shift and compromise with people, but this isn't something that you should compromise on, you know. And I'm not saying that Aquarius is always right, but the Aquarians I know honestly always have their reasons, and their reasons make perfect sense. So take that how you will. And tapping into this energy, you know, the universe is saying, from a universal standpoint, stand your ground on this one. But like I said, you may be feeling like you want to compromise because of how people view you, but this just isn't the time to allow that to matter, to be honest, or apply. That doesn't apply to this situation. That may also be true, but this isn't the time to use that as ammo to kind of like let your guard down or stand down. What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are the areas that you need to focus on. As much as you didn't want to, or as much as you don't want to, it's necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for 1 second longer. So that may be what we're talking about. Aquarius, this may not be with another person in the 3D here. This could be with, you know, the things that are lying in the shadows, the things that you really would rather avoid at this time. The universe is telling you it's time to stand up to, you know, those corners of the room and shine light on what's been hiding. Here's this one. Whatever you've been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You'll feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas are not acted upon lying in wait. You can do this. This one has like a similar energy here. So the universe is really telling you, like, whatever you're avoiding, whatever you're putting off, no more procrastination. For one, you may be losing sleep over this or worried about it more than you should be. This doesn't have to be worried about right now. If you're worrying about it right now because you didn't handle it yesterday, so handle it today so you don't have to worry about it yet again tomorrow. The universe is just like, enough is enough. It's time to face this. This could be a decision. This could be saying something that you want to say. You know, regardless, you're going to have to stand your ground, firm in your belief, and, you know, be honest. If you pay close attention, you'll notice that all the doors that were once closed are opening up, just in different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. So the universe is saying, listen, doors are opening up, but you got to work with me here. There's some doors that you need to close, or some boundaries you need to set, some things that need to be determined. See what else we get for you. Hanging on tight, but you're losing out on abundance here. I won't say this is money, even though it's pentacles. It doesn't feel like money, but it could be money. You know, losing out on money because you're not pursuing like the career that you really want, because you're allowing someone with small dreams to hold you back and keep you frozen in as far as they can go in this life. And it's like you're afraid to communicate to them that you want more because you know that they won't understand it, or they won't agree with it, or they're not going to help you anyway, so why waste your breath? That is a red flag. That is something that needs to be acknowledged. You know, we can't just ignore that because you're sitting here worried or sitting here not reaching your full potential. I just see you guys worried about, and like I heard rationing when you don't need to. Like Aquarius, you guys naturally, and it's like, you know, the age of Aquarius, you guys naturally have the ability to tap into wealth and abundance when you need it. But this feels like there's something holding you back. It could be your shadow side that needs to be put in check. It's maybe time to stand up to your shadow side that's giving you 101 reasons not to go for your dreams. 101 reasons why you need to wait until next week, next month, next year to do XYZ. Or it could be a person that's actually holding you back. Whether this is internal or external. 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands in reverse. We're at pretty much a complete standstill, Aquarius. And it's, you know, unnecessary. 4 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse. It's almost like you're comfortable here to some degree. You know? It's like an energy of, I'm uncomfortable, but at least I'm used to this, so I'm going to stay here. I'm used to dealing with people who don't love me the way that I need to be loved, who don't understand me. So I'm just going to try to find some sort of happiness out of thin air, out of this relationship, or I'm going to try to find a new perspective to make this work out or feel good to me. We got the Hanged One. And then we have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, which is your card on the tarot deck. The Fool and the Star are Aquarius's court cards. And yeah, you guys, you know, tapping into this energy, it's just really sad to see you kind of go down like this. Like, you got to pick yourself out of this, Aquarius. I'm going to keep that so I can remember that we had it. The Hanged One and the Fool, like, you can't accept this. This is not enough. The Hanged One and the Fool is the energy you want to move into, but all of this, you can't accept that. And it's like, it's disturbing to see you accept it when I can see all of the potential you have. You're gonna have to stand your ground. You're gonna have to tell yourself, I am capable and I'm gonna go for it. Or if there's someone that's in your life that's dragging you down, or, you know, giving you a relationship that isn't worthy of you, all they have to give you is still not enough. You gotta walk away from it, and that's just on period. Don't continue to be comfortable with this job. We got the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. The universe is definitely trying to work with you, but you're gonna have to really boss up for this to work and put a complete end to something. Like, this is final. This is what's the word? Fixed energy. That wasn't the word I was looking for, but same thing. Like, this is like a complete cutoff and ending. Like, it's all the way over. And that's what we need here. What's going on in love for Aquarius? What are the messages in love for Aquarius? Ooh, we got make the effort in past lives. Make the effort says, this love is worth taking risks and you are called to move forward. Past life says you have known this person before. It is a soulmate from a past lifetime. Not this life, I heard, if I'm being honest, and usually I like to play devil's advocate. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is specifically a gift from the universe, not something that you already have that's transforming into a better thing, but this is the universe. Typically replacing energy comes with the Six of Pentacles too, most times replacing something that was lost, but the universe is definitely gifting you something just, well, more worthy of you. And like I said, you know, I did hear not this lifetime. This, you may be dealing with a past life connection or someone who keeps coming through. Even if you're not in a full-on relationship with someone, there may be someone that continues to come through life after life after life, and this lifetime is just not going to work, and that's just what it is. We got the Death card here and the Queen of Swords. Like, I mean, not every person is going to have 1000% the same message, so there could be one of you out there that, like, you know, still at the end of the day is going to end up being able to move forward with this person, but for most of you it's just a no. Any other messages for Aquarius? Ugh, and I can feel like the pain with that. Look at this. We have open yourselves to others and they are the one. It's like a struggle between your head and your heart. Your head is telling you, like, open yourself up to other options. Also, this could be like a karmic cycle you're going through where you keep dating the same type of people or the same type of person. Spirit energy is being manifested through multiple people, so you kind of end up in the same space after all of these connections. On one end, they are the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, is what it says at the bottom of that one. Open yourself to others. This is how you create new friendships and attract a loving relationship. Your head and your heart. You feel done, but there's definitely like a heart chakra, and this is going to take some time, Aquarius. This isn't a reading for some people. Well, actually, you are Aquarius. You are an air sign, so some of you guys have this ability to, like, just, I don't know, like, cut people off, and the next thing you know, it's like, do I know you? Which is kind of scary, but anyways. Some of you are going to have to, you know, take the time, allow yourself the time needed to fully process what happened here. This isn't something that's going to happen just within this week. For some of you, this is going to be about a month process. 6 weeks seems to be the standard for Aqua. You guys typically are able to get over people pretty quickly, though. We have pay attention to the red flags and have faith, so you just can't ignore the truth of the situation anymore, and it's to a point where you can't even bank on the potential because the now is hurting you so bad. That potential just doesn't matter, and it's kind of like a you or them thing. Like, do you want to save yourself or do you want to save them at this point? Because you're only going to be able to pull them up to where you are, and then they'll still have the free will to go about their business, you know. And It's not a guarantee. People just don't appreciate what you do for them, unfortunately. Pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs of an unhealthy connection and what it looks like. Have faith. The angels are working behind the scenes to make this relationship flourish. So you have to go about your business. At the end of the day, if the angels are going to help you out, they're going to help you out. But I also feel like the angels are going to put you in alignment with a better connection, with better friends and people, relationships that will serve you better. A lot of trust here too. Yeah, we got trust and breadcrumbs. At the bottom of trust, it says have faith and love. At the bottom of breadcrumbs, giving just a little bit. So someone is kind of breadcrumbing you, Aquarius, and it's time for you guys to stand up and move forward. We have healing and success, so you will successfully heal from the situation, 1. And for 2, the universe will put a better yoked person in alignment with you, period. Healing, returning to a healthy balance, success, dreams come true. So ultimately your wishes are being fulfilled. But you have to release yourself from the shackles here. And again, this could be your shadow side telling you you don't deserve anything less than, you know, below average, or an actual person. A need for control is what it says at the bottom of manipulator. You know, someone has gotten so used to at this point controlling you and keeping you where you are. Yeah, we got karmic here, which makes sense with all the past lives. I was tapping into karmic energy before. This is very karmic. Forgot the thought that I had before. Oh yeah, someone is so used to like the dynamic that you guys have that they feel like that's the way that it should be, or the way that it just is with you at this point. Like they've completely misunderstood you. They don't understand you anymore. Like they really think this is normal. They really think that this is the dynamic like they should be going for. They don't see that they're doing anything wrong. And they feel like this is solid. Like this is this person genuinely feels like there's nothing wrong with the dynamic that you guys have now. And it would make total sense if we're talking about a battle with your shadow side, because your shadow side will never understand. You have to work to integrate your shadow side. Your shadow side is always going to be that shadow. Intense lessons in love is what it said at the bottom of karmic. And then we have breakup and balance. So this is just the true tea here. That's what I was feeling with the death card. Now with the death can, you know, out of the death card, there can be a resurgence. But I'm not seeing that, but just know that it's still possible, even though I'm not seeing it. Breakup, disconnect, and short-term connections, balance, walking the middle path. So at the end of the day, there's like a little fruit fly that got in here. At the end of the day, this is, you know, what needs to be done, and you know that you've given enough, and it's time to stand up for yourself, Aquarius, and protect yourself. We have the new moon eclipse and the full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. So don't allow your pride, you know, to say I've invested XYZ time, or I'm not weak, I don't need to walk away, I can make this work, I'm not a failure. It's not about being a failure. It's about someone not being willing to work with you, or your shadow side needing to be addressed, period. New moon in Taurus and the mutable moon. Prosperity lies ahead. Nothing is yet set in stone, you know. So that's the universe giving you guys confirmation, because, you know, like I said, I felt a very strong cutoff here. But if someone is doing a complete 180, it can make sense, you know, that there would still be potential, even though I don't see it or feel it. It can still happen. New moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. So you're gonna have to love yourself. That's what this is all about. This is not about continuing to enable or love someone else over yourself, but to show that self-love for yourself and really take care of yourself and do what you know needs to be done here. And that's what I have for you, Aqua. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. That is also in the description. And I love you. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign In the description, make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Leo. For your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Leo placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before we get started, check me out on Etsy for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. That is also in the description. I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music, and just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. So other than that, Leo, let's see what the energies are surrounding Leo during this time. What are the messages for Leo? Messages for Leo. One more message for Leo. Got two more. Okay. All right, let's get into it, Leo. This is the first message that I have for you. This one says, trust yourself more. Know that you're in the right place at the right time. The opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to, all in divine timing. Get excited about the future instead of fearing it. So tapping into this energy, Leo, the universe is really saying release the control. And it's a very hypnotic kind of energy that I'm feeling all of a sudden from the universe, because I feel like the universe is really going to work on your behalf. You know, you've asked for what it is that you were looking for, and it's being delivered to you in a very magical, mystical kind of way. So the universe is saying, don't worry, you don't need to. Simple as that. Second message, don't place limits upon yourself. You're an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. So yeah, you guys, tapping into this energy, the universe is saying, don't tell yourself you can't do this. Don't tell yourself you can do this. Well, you probably want to tell yourself you can't do X, Y, Z, but don't put limitations on yourself to tell yourself, no, that path isn't going to work for you, or, you know, this and this and this is what we can have, this is what we can't have, because the universe is really about to show you. And then I just heard show and tell. So let's see. It's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and it will bring, and what it will bring. The energy and emotion that you put out comes back to you with a little conscious effort on your part. That happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. So the universe is really wanting you to have more faith, Leo. Tapping into this energy, it's kind of feeling like you had lost faith to some degree, or you were losing hope. And the universe is definitely bringing in a wave of resurgence of hope to you by showing you what you can and will have. There's this one. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. Wow, all of these cards. All of these cards just really kind of telling you, motivating you, Leo, to get your mind out of worry. Worry, and fear. I'm hearing things aren't as they appear. Allow the universe to show you that. Allow the world around you to show you that. Perhaps you are reminded all too often of how quickly phases in your life can shift. One change after another, you're learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. So the universe is definitely wanting you to treat yourself with kindness, which may be something you haven't done for a while. I feel like you've been so hard on yourself because you do have goals and dreams and aspirations and things that you need to do. But if you're finding yourself working or trying with something, someone, with anything, and you don't feel like you're making progress anymore, you feel like you were making more progress previously, that is a clear sign and signal from the universe that the universe is telling you to slow down, and it's going to come through and do its part. Learn to ride the waves of a life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy and fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Yeah, Leo, I feel like the universe is coming through to do its part, and it's just a matter of allowing it to. So let's see what else we get for Leo this week. I'm glad to see that you guys are getting that action-oriented energy from the universe this week, though. Ooh. Some relationship breakthroughs. Oh, wow. We have a true pair on the board. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The divine masculine and feminine energy joining forces together in love. That's a very, very powerful combination of very, very powerful energy. And we have the Four of Wands here, which is the card of union. All right, some great improvements in love, some great transformations in love, whether or not you see it. Because we have the Seven of Pentacles here. So this is feeling like you've been watering a plant that is not growing. This is an energy like, you know, you've been feeding into something that hasn't been growing, evolving, and changing. But there's a change in the tide here. Don't get in the way. You know, if you are the Queen of Water, or if you identify with masculine energy, if you are the King of Water, be the King of Water. You know how the tide works. You know how energy works. You know how to control it. You have to tap into that deep space of control. Controlling your inner waters, your inner emotion, so that you do not act out of emotion. Yeah, the biggest thing for you, Leo, is really going to be to not fight against yourself and go with the flow. Go with the flow of things, go with the tide. We have the Page of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So as long as you don't self-sabotage, or as long as you don't try to force something when you know that you shouldn't, things are going to be moving along and working in your favor. Now, this is an interesting energy. I'm going to pull some more cards on that. I forget how the saying is called, but it's like one fell swoop. Like everything just kind of happening very quickly here for you. We have the Seven of Cups and the Six of Wands. So there is power for you, Leo, in exploring your options. Opening yourself up to options. Whether you're already seeing someone, and this is about opening yourself up to see if there's anyone else that you're compatible with, anyone else that you vibe with, anyone else that you would rather be with. Because there's definitely an energy here of power and options. Or if you've been holding yourself back for a while, you've been in hermit mode for a while, haven't really put yourself out there to date, the energy is definitely opening up that would support that. Now we have the Ten of Swords here and the Eight of Cups. So I do feel here, Leo, there is something or a cycle you're walking away from. It can be someone specific or a certain cycle. But regardless, you've transcended that and you're moving on up. So it would just make sense. It would just make sense. If your message is to walk away, you'll already know that. That's not something you're going to find profoundly in this reading. If your message is to walk away, you'll already know that, because you will have been fighting and fighting and fighting for that to work out, and things are just, it's like you're trying to yell at a brick wall. You're trying to fight a brick wall. You're just getting hurt. I don't know why, if you've seen Jersey Shore, when Mike like banged his head into a cement wall, like that's the image that I just got, which is hilarious. I'm crying. If you've never seen Jersey Shore, it doesn't matter. But it's like, you know, just really trying to fight, like you're turning against yourself at this point, because that's only hurting you. I remember thinking that when I watched that clip too. I was like, it looked like he turned on himself. Why would you ram a brick wall? And That's kind of the energy here that those of you have who know that there's someone you're supposed to walk away from. Now, if this is just about opening your options, then this is a message of support from the universe letting you know that 8 of Cups, you've already walked away from 10 of Swords, the relationships and the lessons that would hurt you or just be there to serve as lessons. So there's a higher quality of people that you're going to run into. Ace of Cups in reverse and the 3 of Cups in reverse. You know, there shouldn't be any third-party situations moving forward here. I can say that. If so, that would be maybe another lesson that you still need to learn. Because if you've always dealt with being the one that's not chosen, or if you've always somehow, some way ended up in a third-party situation, you've learned, you know, lessons that gave you the tools to avoid those situations. You know what to look out for now. So there's a higher level of responsibility. Ace of Cups in reverse, you're going to have to be responsible of your own heart moving forward here, Leo. And I'm getting a lot of that energy this week where the universe is kind of being hard on everyone, and we've been required to take the driver's seat more and more. It's like the universe isn't just protecting you and keeping you away from third-party situations. You now have the tools, and once you ascend, you know, if you can hear that, it's thunder. It's like, ooh, it's so loud. Or is that a plane? Maybe that's a plane because it's so freaking loud. No, that's thunder. You hear that? What the freak? Hold on. Sorry if anything has moved around, Leo. I had to check on what that was. It was indeed thunder. We're about to have a really bad storm, but I'm going to finish your read so we don't lose the energy. But I had to cut off the video for a second. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Man, I almost don't even remember where we were. That was such a distraction. But there's definitely a higher level of relationships coming through and a higher level of responsibility called for you. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. There's also this level of you don't see this coming. With the Justice card and the Knight of Wands in reverse, you guys may be feeling like you want to be karma and you want to see things play out for someone else, you know, potentially like in a negative light because of what they may have done to you. And the universe is really kind of telling you you're going to have to be the bigger person in this situation and move forward. King of Wands in reverse, even though you can't see how things are going to work out, karma's going to play out. You don't have to play the role of karma. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. This is an energy of, like I said, taking the higher road. And Leo, you're honestly going to have to be the bigger person in these situations. Open yourself up to new energy. You're not going to know or see how everything is going to play out for you moving forward as well. You got to allow the universe to surprise you. And blind faith was one of the things that you had learned in your last cycle. This one says be present, and that's the goal. That's the point for you, Leo. You will attract love by enjoying your life as it is, where you are. Be all there. So it's important for you to be present in the moment. Yeah. Oof. Oh, wow. There's a lot going on. Ah! I don't even know what to get into. Okay, so we have... I almost want to put this together with this one. We have soulmate, unbreakable love, and pay attention to the red flag. So a very powerful connection really kind of has you in its grasp. Unbreakable love, this person has genuine love for you. You can overcome any issues that may arise, is what it says at the bottom of this card. And I feel like that's what's kind of kept you tethered to this situation at the end of the day. Like, yeah, love is important, but love isn't the only thing you know, needed for relationships to work out. You need more than love. You need communication, you need patience. There's so many things, you know, that's needed. And if this person doesn't have those things, well, maybe they just need space. Maybe they need space and time to get those things. But it is a soulmate. There's a very powerful connection with someone that you're attached to, Leo. Yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. Pay attention to the red flags. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. I'm surprised the Tower card didn't come out here, because if this is the energy with this person, they honestly just need to grow. And we did have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups coming together in union. So, you know, this could be someone new. This could be someone from the past. I'm really feeling like this is someone of the past, and I don't get that energy very often. It could be someone where it's like you have experienced a past life with them. It doesn't have to be like the last person you dated or anything like that. But we have patience here. Some things still need to be dealt with for this connection to manifest. Makes sense. And separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. So both of you need to grow and evolve. You can only do that if you're given the space to do so. So regardless, there is going to need to be a period of time where there's a separation here. Now this is interesting. We have competition and self-focus. So I'm getting with this an energy like who can make who hurt the worst, or an energy of trying to make the other person love the other person more, like you trying to get them to love you more than they love you, so you can feel secure, and vice versa. They're trying to get you to love them more than da 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 da. And then at the bottom of the deck we have triangle, so it's almost creating a third-party situation because this energy is so powerful that it's not another person that you're actually competing with. There may be other people going in and out of the situation or the relationship, but it's only for the purpose of bringing you two closer together. Like, it's like these are people you guys are bringing into the mix that you're not actually invested in, but to make the other person feel away. This is a mess. Justice in reverse, no one is winning. Three of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, and just no one is winning. No one is getting the love. Ace of Cups in reverse, no one's cup is filled. So at the end of the day, we got to walk away from this phase of the relationship at the bare minimum. If we're just tapping into things that you've been through, the universe is showing you what you're walking away from here, Leo. But self-focus, focusing on self is what it says at the bottom of that one. Competition, someone is in high demand is what it says at the bottom of that one. At the bottom of triangle, it says other people are involved. So it's just coming through just as a mess. I'm going to keep triangle here. Look at this, the blame game. The blame game. No one wants to get their hands dirty. At the bottom of the card, it says it's your fault. Trying to place blame. Ego just came out. You guys get the energy by now. And then we have long distance. So this may be a connection that grows and evolves over the span of a few years and comes back together. It's not going to be right away. An ego death takes years, period. Unless you like, you know, even if you go to like some sort of retreat where they specialize, for a temporary amount of time, the ego allows itself to go, you know, but it comes back once you're back to normal. Too much to handle at the bottom of ego. Long distance, love conquers separation is what it says at the bottom of that one. So the universe is kind of letting you know, Leo, this may not be completely over for you, but for a lot of you, to be honest, there needs to be a long period of separation here. And like I said, if you're not getting out of something or involved in something like this, Leo, just know that this is a reflection of the relationships that you've gone through, and the universe is showing you what you've kind of been through and showing you what you're going to be released from. And we're on to brighter days here. Ace of Wands, beautiful. A new sense of direction, a new direction, period. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Leo. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show in the description. And yeah, I love you. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hi faves, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Sagittarius for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Sag placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before you get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is in the description. Just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. And I pull cards on there for every zodiac sign. We listen to music. It's super fun. Other than that, Sag, let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, let's get into it. This is the first message that I have for you. Those difficult times will pass. Nothing bad lasts forever. The sun will shine again, the birds will sing, the clouds will clear, and you will be glad that you kept moving forward. You'll soon be rewarded for your patience. Hold on. You are far stronger than you think, and a lot farther in your path than you think, Sag. So tapping into this energy, I feel like you guys are in the thick of it. You're in the thick of what's happening right now, and you're kind of feeling like you're almost at a point where you could almost be overcome by it. There's a lot of intense emotion that I'm feeling right now, and for some of you, it's starting to translate into anger, where it's like you're so hurt by what has happened, it's starting to piss you off. And the universe is saying that this is going to pass. You're going to get through it. It's coming to an end. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You might find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. So yeah, you guys, tapping into this energy, things are changing for you. Things are happening. And the universe is telling you to make some space. Make some space for the new coming into your life. Also make some space in your physical environment. This would be a great time to redecorate, a great time to get rid of trash, to reorganize. Focus your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. So definitely a shift in mindset needed here for Sag. It's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and what it will bring. The energy and the emotion that you put out comes back to you. What a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending will be yours. Believe that. This is with a little conscious effort. So a lot of energy here geared towards you shifting your focus, Sag. And then this one says, don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times, and that is when you grow the most. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of yourself and your journey. All right, let's see here. There's an ending that I feel like has just happened for you, Sag, and it's hard to, like, I just get this image of this tape. It's like replayed over and over and over again. It's hard for you to let go of what's happened. It's hard for you to accept that that was how things played out as well, I'm hearing. Whether, you know, you got fired at your job, or you got in trouble for something that happened at your job, how something was blamed on you, and it was a question of your character. We have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands, sorry, Queen of Water, Queen of Cups in reverse. So there was a question to your character, a blow to your heart chakra. You see, so we have the Page of Pentacles and the Magician here, Sagittarius. What you want moving forward for some of you, not for all of you. Some of you are calling in a new beginning. Some of you are calling in just new abundance, you know, new life. That will never be a bad thing. So obviously this message isn't for you, but some of you guys are trying to manifest something from a point of view of off of like a negative emotion, out of sadness, out of anger. What you're trying to manifest, what you're putting your energy towards is something that's not going to serve you. 5 of Swords in reverse, it's going to keep you stuck in the same cycle. 10 of Swords in reverse, it's going to put you in a place where you're back in harm's way. The universe is giving you a way out from a situation that, don't forget, disrespected you, didn't serve you, hurt you. When you tried to do your best, the best thing to do is you're going to have to make amends with that and move forward. Queen of Swords. Everyone thinks she's so ice cold and just ruthless. She's gone through the most of all the queens in the tarot deck, and it's made her a boss. So yeah, she is cold, but she's fair. She's not going to allow anyone to take advantage of her. She has strong boundaries. And that doesn't mean that she doesn't love you. But unfortunately in this world, people take boundaries as you don't care for me the way I care for you. You haven't learned to establish your boundaries. That has nothing to do with love. And it is not love what people do to you because you don't have boundaries. This is very different, Sag. And people aren't going to like you moving forward. Not everyone is going to like you. 2 of Swords in reverse, don't allow that to blind you and put you on a different path, because the truth of the matter is, Sagittarius, there's an inner strength that you're going to have to tap into. I'm going to keep this Queen of Swords here. There's an energy that you're going to have to tap into, an inner power that is going to make you more well-rounded, more fair, to the point where you're not going to be able to be used like this, taken advantage of like this. You know, it's a growing, you know, thing, but not everyone's gonna like you. But that's not a reason to, you know, be held back. And then for those of you who are just like still hung up on what has happened, or still haven't processed that, it's going to be important to start to process it. Look at it and say, what did you take away from it? What will you be able to experience moving forward because you've been through it? 6 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's a blessing coming in for you, which is really exciting, and which is why the universe is trying to get you to clear all of this out of the way. 8 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse. You're closed off to new options because you're still attached to the past. Therefore, screwing yourself out of abundance by attaching yourself to a cycle that has already ended. Attaching yourself to something that is already over. And that's just the truth of it. And we have the Hermit in reverse. There's a lot of escapism here as well. You may be like drinking, smoking, hanging out, doing unhealthy things, distracting, a lot of shopping, a lot of just being out, instead of going within and processing these things. But this has to be processed in order for you to be able to move forward. You can't get over it by getting under someone this time. And you can't ignore it and expect the pain to go away. It's not going to go away. Like I said, for those of you who you're manifesting new energy and you don't resonate with this, we're going to see what's coming up for you guys as well. There's new energy coming up for you. See, here's the thing. Everyone's on a different part in their journey. The tarot is going to speak to who needs it the most. So if you're at the highest height of the totem pole, the messages aren't going to resonate with you. What you need to take away is just the confirmation that you're going to see the abundance. But the message is speaking to the people about, like, people who need to still process through things to get to the abundance. But if you're like at the top of your game, you know, you should be feeling really good and knowing what the universe is coming through to bless you with. We have Unbreakable Love and Forgive and Release. This feels very karmic. Leo got Unbreakable Love too. This person has genuine love for you, and you can overcome any issues that arise. Forgive and release. You are stronger when you carry love and forgiveness rather than anger. And I felt that for some of you, where it was just like this angry energy where you're just so pissed off about what has happened. But it's definitely time to forgive and release for your sake, not for anyone else's sake. you know, you're going to have difficulties moving forward in love, because at the end of the day, this situation is already, you know, this situation has already run its course completely. We got the 10 of Wands here and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's clear cut. There is nothing else of benefit that you will get from the situation. Now, the situation was definitely put into your life to teach you certain lessons, but we all have free will. So at the end of the day, you can always choose to stay with someone even though there's no lesson to learn from them or anything to gain from them moving forward. Because if you both decide that, you know, you know each other and you're willing to work on it, you can continue. The path is over by the standard of the universe. You know, it served its purpose, but you can still, you know, choose to be with someone. We have unbreakable love here, so I do feel like this feels very karmic. It feels like both of you genuinely did love each other, but there's just things that had to be worked through within both of you separately. And with this Hermit in reverse, both of you guys are kind of avoiding processing the truth of, okay, why did I do that to hurt them? What in me made me that person? Or what in me made me insecure to where I couldn't accept XYZ? We have nothing has gone wrong in different paths. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. Different paths. You're not on the same page with the person that you have in mind. The directions you want to move into are different. Exactly. I was actually talking about this on a radio show last week for Sagittarius. It's not as if you've done something wrong, and there's no need to, you know, feel like a martyr here, like there's just something wrong with you. Oh no, it was for, this message was for Capricorn. It's not that there's anything wrong with you. That's just a way to kind of escape the truth of, you know, we all have things that we're put on earth to do. Otherwise we wouldn't incarnate here. Earth is like school. It's very much so a learning experience. And it's not about, you know, wrong. That's kind of a cop-out. It's about going within and resolving whatever issues you may have. So nothing has gone wrong. You're just on different paths here. Don't take what has happened in a relationship as a reflection of who you are. We have difficulties, and stay optimistic. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. So difficulties definitely lets me know that there may have been like some sort of third-party situation that has happened here. Jealousies from others. You know, there may have been other people involved, or people that just didn't want to see you together for whatever reason. What are the other messages for Sagittarius? Okay. So we have ego, thin line, and misery. Thin line. There's a thin line between love and hate is what it says at the bottom of that card. At the bottom of ego, too much to handle. At the bottom of misery, discomfort and love. So I feel like you guys have just gone through like a very tough, very tough cycle. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be in a work situation where it's like things just weren't working out. You weren't seeing eye to eye with a coworker. But, wow. This is one of those tough ones. It's a heavy one. It's like one of those fundamental chunks of time. Like, this definitely happened for a reason. But it's hard to say what to do, because something like this is hard to get over. hard to release. So it's like, what do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, so here we have these two. Pay attention to your dreams and birth. So there is a new beginning on the horizon for you, Sagittarius. At the bottom of birth, it says, new life such as a baby, an idea, happy news, or an exciting project blossoms within and around you. So there's new energy coming towards you. That'll make it easier for you to move through this energy. Pay attention to your dreams. You are receiving divine guidance while you sleep. Even if you don't remember your dreams, the answer in your unconscious mind will appear in your dreams to help you. And then we have media and deserving. So I feel like making content in some way, whether it's to share your story or if it's just a way to connect with other people, will benefit you. Media, you can reach more people by working with video, audio, print, and online media. And then deserving, you, like all of God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. So the universe is saying you definitely are deserving of more, regardless of what you did, the mistakes you've made, or things that you've been through. You deserve to be happy. You deserve a better life. You deserve a good life. And, you know, you're not what you've been through. You're more than that. And at the end of the day, like, the same message just keeps coming up. We have the full moon in Scorpio. At the bottom of this one, it says it's time to release negativity. And like I said, it's not for anyone else. It's for you, Sag. And that's what I have for you. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my free radio show. It's also in the description, where I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music. And that is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. I love you. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description. Hey babes, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Aries for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Wherever you have the Aries placement in your chart, you can apply this too. Before I get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below for your protection. That's the only place, the only way you can get a private reading from me. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. Just by adding me on there, you're automatically entered into any giveaway I do. And I pull cards for every zodiac sign. We listen to music over there. It's super fun. Other than that, Aries, let's see what's up with you guys during this time. I think I'll take one more. All right, let's get right into it. This is the first message for you, Aries. This one says, whatever you've been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You'll feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just lying in wait. You can do this. So tapping into this energy, the universe is telling you this is the perfect time to start the project that you've been wanting to do. Just do it. Take a step towards it this week. And really, I feel like this is a message more of go for it, like a message telling you to go for it. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with flow and be mindful of what needs your attention the most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. So the universe is setting things up around you to move forward as well. So things are about to start taking off. So the universe is definitely telling you this is the perfect time to invest your energy into what you're looking towards too. This one says, keep moving forward even if you are unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you're walking the path that you're meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. Interesting. So there's something that you want to do, whether it's shooting your shot, taking a risk and trying out for something, trying to get a certain position, trying your hand at entrepreneurship, starting your own business, you know, putting yourself out there, sharing your gift. There's something you've been wanting for a while, and the universe is saying, go get it, go at it. And Aries is absolutely unstoppable. When you guys want something, it is damn near impossible for you guys not to get it. It really is. Like, you guys just have this tenacity that a lot of signs just don't have. You're doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties that you face will not last forever. Releasing the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good, focusing all your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams will serve you. So you're doing your best. Focus on the bright side and just go for it. You know, you can't spend any more time allowing things to hold you back. Self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend some time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate, listen to your favorite music, whatever you enjoy most, do that today. All right, cool. Let's get into it, Aries. Let's see what else we have for you from the tarot. So there's a message here of accepting what you've been given here. Also, I feel the need to tell you this. You have a good heart, Aries. You have a good heart. We have the Queen of Cups. First of all, people are misunderstanding you these days. Or people are making you feel guilty for having boundaries. Don't feel guilty for that. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that's something that is like, I feel like you guys know that. I feel like you'll process that on your own. But we have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So this is an energy of moving forward and not being comfortable. I'm definitely feeling like, Aries, you guys have got too comfortable. Too comfortable in your current position, and we all know what happens when you're too comfortable. That's when, you know, something can happen that completely throws you off balance, and you can feel betrayed by someone when, you know, they show you like things can change in an instant. So this is an energy of being constantly flowing and evolving, because we have the Five of Cups here and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's almost this level of acceptance. Knight of Swords, like there's this acceptance and this fighting energy to that I get too, where it's like, you know, you may be arguing with people around you, but you're arguing with people around you because you're not supposed to be there, Aries. You're meant for a higher path. Like, don't make this place more comfortable for you. Don't get too comfortable here. Take yourself out of this environment emotionally. If this is work that's frustrating you, you're always cussing out your coworkers or always in conflict with your coworkers, take your emotion out of the equation. If people want to have an episode, let them have their episode, but you take your emotion out of it so that you're not controlled by that, because you know, or you should know, that you're going to move forward anyways. You know, if you're dealing with a narcissist, someone who's coming at your character, because Queen of Cups, it's like you are the Queen of Cups in this spread. You have a good heart, like, and it's just like so ridiculous that someone would even try to make you feel like you aren't, or, you know, question your character in this way, that honestly there's no other solution but for it to be ignored. But you know, I really feel like you should start to pull back your emotion from these places. We have the Fool and the Sun. Someone is stealing your energy and holding you back. And people can only do what you allow them to do. So to some degree, you know, people are only allowed to do this. Your manager, your boss that you hate, they're only allowed to steal your energy, or the customers that come into your job, they're only allowed to be a Karen because you're there. Once you're out of this place, they won't be able to do that. You know, this is a stepping stone. Wherever you are, this relationship that's not serving you with this narcissist, just get out of that completely if that's what you're dealing with. If this is a work situation where the customers suck, or your coworkers suck, or your boss sucks, you're not going to be there. Stop making it more and more comfortable. Don't look for, you know, something that's going to further wrap you up into this company. You know, don't try to get promoted in this same company. If you know that this is how the culture is with this company, keep following your dreams, your higher path, because I'm getting a level of acceptance here, and it's like you're frustrated, and I do see that you're uncomfortable, but the universe is literally telling you to turn off your emotions like an Aries can do so perfectly. Turn off your emotions so that you can treat this place like what it's supposed to be. It's just a stepping stone. Take your emotions out of there. Use your emotions to drive you towards your goals that you actually want, because I see you getting lost in the sauce of where you are and your current environment, and it's just never going to actually bring you what it is that you want. You may be dealing with like some petty drama right now in your friend group. Those aren't going to be your forever friends. Like, honestly, they were just stepping stones, or people that you met through school. You know, I forget what the word for it is, but there is like a proximity community, which that's not the right term for it at all, but there's basically like, you know, people that you're friends with by proximity, and people that you end up in relationships by proximity because they went to the same school as you. You know, it's kind of like how people who star in a romantic movie, like a lot of times the main characters always end up dating for at least a short period of time, because when you're close to someone for an extended period of time, you're going to see their good side, and it's easy to fall in love with that. Like, you know, when you're constantly around someone, there is a sense of community that's developed. But yeah, I feel like it's time to clean house, Aries, because I see a lot of that going on with you. Queen of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse. I see your power kind of being taken away. Oh, Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're giving it away. Giving it away because you've forgotten what this job or what this situation was supposed to serve as. You know, this person, was this person someone that you got involved in right after a breakup? This was originally then, regardless of whether you want to be real about it or not, this person was only ever supposed to be the person that you got under to get over XYZ, but now it's time to let them go, because you didn't go for them because you were so attracted to them, in love with them, and because you looked at them and you can see that they checked all the boxes for you. This wasn't like a conscious choice that you made after a lot of time and consideration and seeing that this person was going to be able to be that person for you. This was someone who was just there at the right time for whatever you were going through, or this is just the job that was going to pay the bills so you could pay for, you know, your bills. This was never like the career that you had went to school for and did the most for. This was never that. You know, and the universe is like, you know, kind of trying to pull back the reins and have you remember who you are. You can go so much further than this. Even if you didn't realize it when you got invested in this person and situation, even if you didn't realize that, you know, this is what that was, but it is. Like, even if you didn't know, this person was only ever going to be a stepping stone. If you reflect back to when you got involved with this was honestly something to just soften the blow. Tower in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, that's temporary relief. That is very much so temporary relief. Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Wands. This isn't something you want to hold on to. This is something you need to, you know, release so that you can move forward. Page of Pentacles and start a new beginning and enter your new chapter. So, you know, and I feel like, because usually me personally, I'm a Cancer. So I do like to spend some time acknowledging like the attack on character, that type of stuff that I was feeling with you, but for whatever reason I felt called to not even pay attention to that, because I feel like that's what's getting you more connected. Like, if people can emotionally control you, that's what's going to keep you involved in the situation longer than you need to be. So I don't feel the need to coddle you about, like, you know, people having an attack on character. I think that a reminder is good for you, Aries, but that's not something that you even need to focus on. It's just not important. That's not the point. That was like 10 cards. Hold on. These cards are new. First time I used them, so they're really slippery. Ooh. We have be aware of codependency and reaching your goal. Exactly. But be aware of codependency says addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. Exactly. You found comfortability here. We all do it. We all find, you know, comfortability in relationships that are uncomfortable or aren't good for us. And that's what I'm feeling is happening here. You're used to working at this job, so you've kind of stopped looking, or you've kind of stopped imagining and foreseeing your life without it. And at this point, you're getting further involved in it, I feel. Reaching your goal, everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. Honestly, I don't feel like this has to do with a specific connection you're dealing with right now. This feels like very narcissistic energy with that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to see the brighter side and even try to play devil's advocate with this, because there's so many signs and signals telling me that this is not it. The Fool and the Sun in reverse, that is never someone I would ever be in a relationship with. Nine of Swords and the Tower in reverse, that's a hoe. That's a, you know, a one-time. That's someone who doesn't really care. None of this stuff. Like, this is looking for like someone who has a lack of self-control. This is looking like a player. And like I said, by proximity, you fall in love with people. You build a community with people by proximity. You spend enough time around the community hoe, and you're going to start to feel like, you know what, but they really do have a heart of gold. Please, you can have a heart of gold. We all do. We come from the same source. We all have a light within us, but you have no self-control, or you haven't worked on your stuff, so you're still absolutely useless to me. Don't hang on to those glimmers of hope and think that this person is ever going to treat you any better. Reaching your goal is an energy of you moving forward, Aries, and that's just point blank, period. Reaching your goal is opening yourself up to other options. I don't see this person ever being it, and I feel like they have a lack of boundaries. We have boundaries, and put yourself first. Put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. Boundaries, you need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will and will not allow. I feel like at some point, you know, the lines have been blurred, or at some point, you know, people misunderstood you. And because you're kind of in this forgetful nature, forgetful of who you are, and this docile nature, not really going towards your goals, you're not as eager to cut people off when you normally would, or when you would need to. Like, it seems that you guys are just kind of in this laid back energy, accepting what's happening. And there's a few energies laced in here. Let go of your need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Exactly. You don't need to control how people see you and perceive you. People are always going to think what they want to think and what they choose to think from their perspective. So it's not up to you to change how people view you and think of you. But I definitely feel it's very important, Aries, that you disconnect from this this person and this energy. We have thin line and focus. And that's exactly what I keep getting. Thin line. At the bottom of the card, it says love and hate. There's a thin line between love and hate. Absolutely. And with this situation, it feels like, you know, in the beginning, you were in an energy where you were more accepting, and, you know, you were wanting to see the good side in everyone. Sorry if there was a break in there, Aries. I had to go get the door. I wonder if you guys were hearing the doorbell, because someone was at my door and then they called me. But anyways, we have the focus card here. Zeroing in on the target is what it says at the bottom of that card. So there's definitely an energy here of you guys kind of needing to refocus and reprioritize. Any other messages for Aries? Yeah, someone, we have the competition card that came out, and honestly, someone made you feel like there's a competition happening here when there just isn't. Like, you're only in competition for yourself. Don't forget your goals. I'm not even going to take those. They didn't actually come out. Don't forget your goals. Don't forget what you were originally in here for. Someone is in high demand is what it says at the bottom of that card. Allow them to be in high demand. Allow them to be in competition with themselves. Tapping into this energy, Aries, you do not, you know, need to go back and forth with someone and get further stuck in a cycle or in a situation that you were never supposed to be in the first place, that never was meant to serve you. And that was always someone else's battle and business and space. You know, you're not meant to be in these spaces. You're meant for more and a higher timeline and a higher you know, version of life. So don't get lost in the sauce of the temporary. And that's what I have for you guys. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel. Also check out my free radio show. It is also in the description. I love you, Aries. Be careful what you wish for. And I will see you in the next one. Timestamps for every zodiac sign in the description. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements. Tune into my radio show where I pull cards and play all the bangers on Station Head in the description.